have to watch hate videos or whatever. You
Hasan,
are the one
just
who's doing
remember,
it.
when criticism comes, I confront it.
Well, thank you for
when
backtracking
criticism
on at
comes
least
to
7 of
you,
the points.
you
Maybe
hide.
we should.
Backtracking on 7 of the points? Nigga, you backtracked on one question 10 times alone, fuck nigga. Crazy works. I ain't gonna lie, it seems like the ratio you still lose. Crazy shit.
Go through the context puke one more time so we can
if you want to watch
we can continue this conversation later.
if you
okay?
Motherfucker, are you ever gonna watch that shit, nigga? Like, at the very least, nigga, at this point, I don't even care about you embarrassing yourself in front of your chat, nigga. This debate clearly showed that, and they still gonna suck your dick. They still gonna suck your fucking meat off, so it doesn't matter, nigga. But you need to at least watch that shit in its entirety on your own time, bruh. Like, at the fucking very least, my nigga. Because oh my, I can't, bro. It's so fucking stupid.
Hey, listen, if you want to watch
your hand
it,
through all the other dumb shit that you said in it. It's not because I'm afraid. It's because you were crying. Because
no, it is definitely.
You're afraid. You're fucking afraid. You were making up fantasies before this shit, saying how, oh my god, if Ethan brings on Destiny and then some, oh my, I'll get banned, bro. Oh my god, this nigga's such a bitch. You're so fucking bitch made. Oh my god, bro.
Because you're afraid. Why is it you didn't pull? Why is it you love Ban Empanada, but when he makes a video criticizing you, you say I'm not watching that?
Because I think it's
facts.
You want to know why? Because I think it's fucking unproductive to.
There's no way. And the harassment campaigns and shit are productive, huh, nigga? You're really thinking, you stupid ass nigga. Oh my god, you're such a fucking moron, Hasan. I can't believe niggas are still gonna suck your cock off after this. This is fucking crazy, bruh. This shit is actually wild as shit, bro. And niggas really gonna still be like, nah, he fucking fried Ethan in the debate, bro. Hasan's that nigga. Bro, that shit. You Glazer niggas, hilarious, bro. Please remove the dick from your esophagus. Effective immediately, nigga. Because this shit is absolutely crazy, bro. So the finale, huh? I ain't gonna lie. We finally finishing this yapathon. Y'all already know how that joint gets. But yo, last time we was on, you know what I'm saying, Heads was talking about how Hasan is promoting the snarks, you know what I'm saying, like there was H3. Heads like Ban Empanada. Stupid ass. But, and how he was promoting niggas like Timothy Chalamet. Terrorist. I ain't gonna lie. He thinks he's Luffy. Oh my god. But yeah, he was trying to play like he wasn't doing that job. Ooh, clips? Pulled him up right on his ass. You already know Hasan disingenuous. But yeah, we about to get back into it. You already know, again, the finale. The official Ethan Klein versus, you know what I'm saying, Hasan Piker debate. Yeah, this boy, again, Hasan been getting cooked basically the whole time. I guess you could say biased. He's glazing. Nah, but looking at this shit objectively, again, like, Hasan pulling up his clips, this shit was easily debunked. Meanwhile, the clips that Ethan are pulling up is clearly just outright breaking down fucking the statements that Hasan is making and his all fucking arguments. But again, glazing, dick eating, but you just watch it for yourself. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know what it is. But y'all already know how we get down, bro, because Trill talks everything. Trill yaps everything. So let's get right into it. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out Ethan Klein, the whole H3 crew, you know what I'm saying? And of course the H3 fam. They showed love. I'ma always show it back. Y'all know how I get now. Yeah, debating Hasan Piker, H3 show 143. Like I said, when we left off, let me go small. It was right on the part where, again, they were talking about the whole John Hasan was platforming Timothy Chalamet, clear terrorist. And we're about to get into Hasan's thoughts on mandatory service. And then, oh, I'm blocking it. Oh, my God. And we got General Nabaka, Middle East, and then Nelson Mandela debating. Shirley King Grammar. And then we finish in this boy off. So you already know what it is. We about to get back into it. So, let's do it. I ain't gonna lie, man. Yep.
Are you talking about this
your
guy?
wife is a part of the IDF. Do you think it's appropriate to call your wife a terrorist?
No.
I think you do. No, I don't.
You don't think it's appropriate?
No.
No, sir.
Okay. You have stated time and time again that you believe, to show how pro-Palestine you are, that you believe settlers are valid military targets.
Right.
Who do you think is protecting the settlers who you claim
the
are
IDF
valid
is
military
protecting
targets?
Them. It's fucking insane.
In the process,
yeah, it's horrible.
In the process
was
of
my
their
wife out there
pogroms that
protecting?
they're doing.
Sorry, was
Exactly.
Hila out there protecting settlers?
He has no proof.
No, she was doing a night raid, as a matter of fact, and I didn't know any of this until recently. For the record,
She
until
was
a couple months ago.
Yeah, you're gonna do
She was
the
out there
Raider of
doing
Ramallah
night
snark
raid.
bullshit.
Do
Go
you
on.
think-
Yeah, your community doesn't harass.
Why do they think like Hila was out there like really trying to be on the act of like, yo, we gotta go out there and fucking kill these niggas? Like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you niggas? But honestly, again, we know what's wrong with these niggas. They try to fucking spread the misinformation and try to fucking frame shits on a manipulation type of tip. These niggas thought they were Ayana Koji or my nigga fucking Lelouch, because these niggas think they have a Gios. It's not fucking working. Yeah, I don't know why you niggas again think Hila's like a fucking terrorist, but like, yeah, that shit needs to be cut out because clearly she's not. She doesn't fucking approve any of this shit.
Anyone. She was 18 years old. She went on a ride along to Ramallah for some kind of fucking mission. She stayed in the car, and then they went back, and that's all that happened. She's 18 years old, bro. She's a secretary.
Of taking someone hostage, you called him it, by the way. That person was a Palestinian living in his own fucking home.
Hasan, do you know if he's done any crimes or shit like that? Like, these are the questions. And or, again, do you know, again, if Hila was on some malicious tip, like, oh yeah, we gotta go fucking get this nigga out of here, bro? Like, you don't. What are you saying?
And your wife
Can they not
went
commit
on
crimes?
a raid to Ramallah, which you have called a terror city.
Yeah, that was an old clip. I don't think Ramallah's a terrorist.
Is your wife a valid military target in that process? Because you've said that settlers are valid military targets. Do you think your wife is a valid military target? Do you think your wife is a
West
terrorist,
Bank settler.
Ethan?
She's not a West Bank settler.
But she's in the West
Bad
Bank.
Empanada
Where's
thinks she
Ramallah,
is.
Ethan?
Bad Empanada thinks she's a.
Where the fuck are they at, bro? Yeah, he does. But yeah, are we taking that nigga serious? We're fucking not. Again, the nigga chews on the tips and markers, bro. The niggas out here making a fucking bullshit ass goddamn fantasy, slandering niggas, spreading misinformation. Fuck that nigga, bro. Like,
valid. Your friends over at Second Thought think she's a valid target.
You think she's a valid military target?
Do you think she's a valid military target?
Inconsistencies
Do you
here.
think she's a valid military target?
I do not, as a matter of fact.
Hasan, how many fucking years ago was this gang? Like, wow.
How great.
I don't. Okay.
Right. Can we please move on to this the Nakba thing?
Listen to me.
Hasan, and again, does Hila fucking approve of this? She does not. So what the
Listen
Bro,
to
you're
me.
making this unwatchable.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Okay?
We got to move on.
How does this make sense in your mind? You say Israel is doing genocide. She has participated in the kidnapping of a Palestinian in the West Bank.
You don't know who was kidnapped and for what reason.
We don't say you hate the settlers.
Well, we don't know who was. First of all,
the settlers, Ethan. Your wife did.
Kidnapped. They arrested somebody. We don't know what happened or what they did. What if he
so
fucking stabbed civilians? Doesn't that happen?
That's what I'm saying. Like, so it's not mentioning it. Like, yo, did this guy do crimes? Like, you don't even know what this nigga fucking did for them to come through and sweep his ass. But again, barring that shit. Again, you have no idea what the fuck Hila's intentions were on that shit, and she has said many times that again she does not fucking approve of none of this shit. What's going on with the IDF and all that type of shit? Like, this nigga, son, he will try, and we'll sit here and watch the nigga fail.
Dude, do Palestinian terrorists never stab and blow up civilians?
They're placed under military detention. They are not actually placed. They do not go through a civil court process.
Do Palestinian terrorists ever commit violence on civilians that would warrant them being arrested?
They are not in the West Bank.
You don't know anything about this person or this raid.
In Ramallah, in Palestinian territory, your wife was an illegal occupier of a terrorist organization, also known as the Israeli Occupying Force, Ethan. Now, I know people that have also served in the Israeli Occupying Force, as a matter of fact. I've relied on breaking the silence.
By the way, her name is Hila.
What? And it's like, what main point is he trying to get to? That, again, Hila's a terrorist? She's not. Your point is now?
I don't know if you keep doing your wife. Why do you do that? Why do you keep referring to her as my wife? It's bizarre.
He's doing that. Ian's doing that. Like, yo, all these niggas just trying to be on bullshit. They trying to get the nigga Ian to, fucking Ian. They're trying to get Ethan to fucking rage by doing that shit, bro. That shit not working. Y'all niggas rage bait. Try again.
All right.
Okay, Hila, whatever, who cares?
It just belies some really bizarre
random
things.
shit.
It's not random at all. It says a lot.
Listen to my words.
Exactly.
Listen to my words.
It's so exhausting.
It's a respect thing, Hasan. You know, some shit you don't have, nigga. Like, bro, fucking...
No issue with someone as long as they have recognized their mistakes, as long as they recognize that that was wrong. What I take issue with is consistently defending Israel. you have also participated in the defense of Israel. It makes no sense. You're inconsistent. You say it's a genocide, but people can't resist militarily. You say it's a genocide, but all of the people who are outspoken are vile anti-Semites.
Hila was doing
supposed to be able to resist against this genocide.
Hold the phone.
Do you actually think it's a genocide?
Hila was doing mandatory military service. What should she have done?
Grand question. Up. He's buffering.
There's numerous options. One,
what are they?
religious exemption. 2, refusing to serve. But even then, I don't have a problem with her being socially conditioned into thinking that this is appropriate. I have a problem with what she's saying now.
What is she saying now?
I have a problem with how she reflects on
Exactly.
that and doesn't realize that was an unjustifiable thing to do.
Okay, well, listen, you can talk to her,
kidnapped.
debate about it. I don't know what you're even referring to.
This shit was probably like 2+ decades ago. Like, what is this nigga on? Oh my god.
Okay.
What?
I don't even know what the fuck you're referring to. You're just calling my wife a terrorist. Like, what? Give me a.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is this the nigga's main point? Because if it is, like, bro, that's easily debunkable. She's not a fucking terrorist. Like,
break, dude.
No.
She did mandatory.
She has talked
Let me
on
ask
your
you a
podcast.
question. Hassan,
She's talked
please,
on your
you gotta
podcast
let me
about
talk.
how she went on a raid.
You have
she
to
was
let me
bored. She had
talk.
a
The fact
secretary
that you're
job.
just
It's
talking
mandatory
over me
conscription. It
and
was an
being
adventure
louder
for
does
her.
not mean you're right. I promise.
What?
It doesn't matter what he's saying. You probably will not be right 90% of the time.
Being louder and talking more does not mean you're right. Okay, it's good to listen to what I have to say. She's part of mandatory conscription.
Did Hila not volunteer? Did Hila not volunteer to go to the West Bank on a raid because she was bored? In Ramallah.
Yeah, she's 18. It's understandable. We don't know what that guy did, though. We don't know what the raid was for.
He could have been a vicious terrorist monster.
Yeah, what if he?
That's exactly again what I was saying earlier. Like, you don't know if this guy did any fucking crimes or any shit like that.
Killed people, of course. If he killed people, of course he would be worthy of being arrested.
Ethan, is Ramallah a part of Israeli territory?
I mean, it's complicated, right? I don't. It's under occupation. No, I don't think so. But it's under occupation, right?
Okay, so why was your wife in Ramallah?
Maybe are getting a terrorist that killed civilians. She sat in a car.
It's not complicated.
She sat in a car and didn't even leave it.
I guess it really is, because it's complicated for you to get to a fucking point.
Did it again.
Your wife participated in an illegal raid according to international human rights. That is the reality. Now,
are you upset if this person killed like a child? Would you be upset if this person they arrested like stabbed people? Like, you don't know what you're talking about.
If she were to talk about,
okay, fine, my wife's a terrorist, bro. What the fuck? It's so.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, this nigga's just fucking yapping, bro. It's all this nigga ever does, bro. And it's like, fuck, I be yapping too, but nigga, you have to eventually get to a fucking point. Like, yo, you're trying to claim that Hila's a terrorist. She's not a fucking terrorist. Next, like, nigga, your point is now, like,
no, stop. Listen to my words.
No, my wife is a terrorist.
How fucked up that is. As many former IDF vets have on breaking the silence. If she talked about the night raid that she participated in the same way that
just like Frogan says, I don't hate only the ones that regret it.
Talk about, I would have no issue with her.
Do you hope she gets PTSD too?
Based? Oh my god, bro! Like, this shit. Oh my god.
People can change.
I don't condone the raid, but I mean, see, neither of us have any information about like what actually happened. You know what I mean?
There is no. You don't understand. She is illegally there.
Okay,
she is not supposed to be there. It does not matter. Her and her entire brigade was not.
She wasn't supposed to be there 20 years ago, right?
Supposed to be there.
I don't think she knew what they were doing.
And as a matter of fact,
I don't think she knew what they were doing or where they were going.
What she participated in,
I don't think she knew where they were going or what they were doing.
What she participated in.
Okay, she's a terrorist, bro.
Please,
please, we got to move on. This is
the
like
reason
just
why.
So.
The reason
that's what I'm saying, like, and then the fucking like worst part is like Hasan again, dumbass manipulation. This nigga think he has a gias, bro. He's gonna be like, nah, bro, fucking Ethan conceded this point, bro. You see, I fucking boxed him on this argument. I'm like, nigga, no the fuck you didn't. Like, oh my god.
Why the Israeli occupying force, the reason why the Israeli occupying force participates in these night raids.
Yeah, we fucking do. And holy fuck, I'm really debating turning this shit off because this nigga won't turn his fucking mouth off.
The West
You're making this unwatchable.
Let's create a constant feeling of terror.
Talking more does not make you right. Okay?
Exactly.
You got to understand
the reason why the Israeli occupying force.
You're repeating yourself.
Oh my god, like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Damn. Holy shit. Like, yo, niggas have to get to some other shit, bro. Like, oh my god.
Participates in night raids is to create a constant sense of terror.
We don't condone it. She was 19. She was doing military conscription. She didn't know where they were going or what they were doing. Okay.
Listen to me.
I'm listening, but you just keep repeating yourself. This is what you do.
The reason why
you gotta move on.
I want to have the reason why I know that. You want to know why I know?
Oh my god. How the fuck did I make it through 3 parts of these shits, bro? And how fucking long are these damn parts, bro? 151, 150, 153. Holy shit, bro. I sat through 6 hours of this shit already, bro. Holy fuck.
Know that?
Do you want this to be unwatchable? Is that what you want?
Yes, he clearly fucking does.
What?
Do you want this to be unwatchable?
The reason why I know that, Ethan.
Oh my god. Yo, holy fuck. I could never actually have a conversation with this nigga, bro. It's like literally impossible, bro. Like, it's not even a factor of like communicating shit to him because, again, this nigga's a blockhead, bro. That shit is bouncing off this nigga's skull. Ting type of shit. But not even that factor. It's like, dog, yo, just trying to talk to this nigga, bro. He's one of them niggas, bro. Like, he just gonna talk until he really feel like he get his point off. And I feel trying to get, again, like the extent of your point off. But, bro, you got to be able to summarize this shit in a factor where it's consumable and we can keep the conversation going. This nigga does not understand that shit to no degree. I'm like, holy fuck.
Take that as a yes.
Breaking the silence veterans who have come out and spoken out against this practice. That's why I know that.
Great.
Hasan.
Excellent.
You say that Hila could have gone to jail and done a conscientious objection instead of joining the army. Why do you pay taxes?
What?
Why do you pay taxes to the United States government?
This is your big argument, Ethan?
Answer the question.
That I pay taxes and I'm morally culpable? I know. That's why I try to fucking fight against this goddamn government doing this shit every day.
Hold on. Why don't you stand up for your principles and go to jail for it?
Because it would not actually stop, okay? It would not actually stop. The reason why I'm saying...
Couldn't you argue the same thing for Hila as an individual then? Like, just for herself. Like, being part of shit. Like, obviously, her as one person, as an overall, wouldn't be able to change the entire conflict that's going on within Israel-Palestine. So, what the fuck is he on about?
The reason why I'm saying...
What wouldn't stop?
I don't take issue with Hila's fucking actions then, as long as, just like you said, she was just 19 years old. I take issue with the fact that she still defends it on principle.
What did she
says
say?
The Israeli occupying
That's what I'm saying. What?
force is not a terror organization. You have a disagreement with him.
Well, I think I think I can see it from her perspective too, which is like, you know, the problem with you is that everything's black and white.
You can't see it from Rashid al-Haddad's perspective.
Yeah,
and
he's a fucking terrorist.
Exactly. I'm like, bro, again, the tweet, nigga, Hasan, the tweet that you try to play fucking plausible deniability on, that shit didn't work. Like, come on, my nigga.
He wants
Your
to kill
audience
Jews.
also doesn't see it.
You said it's
and
like
that's
Anne
why
Frank.
you can fucking constantly
Shit was so fucking stupid.
claim that he is a terrorist.
Oh my God,
your
bro!
wife,
Please, I want this to be watchable. Okay, let's move on, please. Thank you. You made your point. You made your point.
Oh man, with him, it's not. But we made it. We're making it through. We made it through the first 3 parts. We gonna finish it.
Okay. So specifically, you said this, which is you said in the context puke. There was more. You said this was the worst thing I did. So let me play it, okay, and then we can discuss.
More Jews displaced than Palestinians.
Let me go back
to
to
1948 countries
just to give the whole context.
Expelled them in massive amounts following the 1948 war. In fact, there was more Jews displaced than Palestinians.
This was one of the worst pieces of misinformation I've seen in the fucking context puke. For the record, it was crazy.
This specific.
So Mike, again, nicely done.
You didn't watch the fucking content, Nuke. I don't know what the fuck this nigga's on about.
Let this guy hold your hand and formulate your opinions, but he's not here to help you, okay? So you tell me what was wrong with what was misinformation about saying that 900,000 Jews were displaced?
You make a comparison between Planned Dalit, which is a planned ethnic cleansing campaign, to one, horrify Palestinians inside of villages that had actually no arms whatsoever because they had specific peace agreements that they've done with Jewish villages.
What was the exaggeration?
By killing them.
No, this isn't a comparison
by massacring them.
What was
and
the
then,
fucking hell,
and then
bro? You are
letting survivors go.
Fucking hell. Nah, that's really how it would feel. That's really that type feeling like, bro, this nigga about to really keep going on, bro. Like, fuck. Like, nah, I feel that shit on a fucking ethereal level.
Tell the tale. You asked me a question and I can't
No,
even fucking
you're not
answer it. What are we
answering
doing?
it.
Summarize, nigga. Please fucking summarize. Holy fuck.
Yeah, you're not. You're just going on and on.
I am answering it.
What
Ethan,
was the exaggeration?
Ethan,
About
sit the fuck
the
down
historical
and listen to the
fact
history
of
lesson.
Oh, nigga, the history lesson, nigga. We're in a debate. Nigga, if I wanted to go back on history, nigga, I would take my dumb ass back to AP shit. Like, bro, what the fuck is... Oh, my God, bro. I ain't gonna cap. I do fucking love history. It truly is a history buff, by the way. I ain't gonna fucking lie. As was taking clean shit in the job, bro. But, yo, I remember... I was in honor history. Nigga, wish I could take AP. I ain't gonna lie. Dumbass. But I remember the one time where we popped out in an AP class, bro. Niggas had to write like a fucking 8-page essay. I said, no wonder I'm here. No wonder I'm where I'm at. Tough. Anyway, barring that shit. Yeah, Hasan, I don't know what the fuck you think this is, nigga. This nigga really want to give out a whole fucking history lecture as if we're back in fucking college, bro. My nigga, I'm a dropout. This is not what the fuck we're doing, brother. You are in a debate. You gotta really summarize your fucking point, bro. We're not going through the whole fucking PowerPoint's worth of goddamn shit that you got going on to make one shitty ass fucking point. That's gonna get debunked by one clip. One article, like, my nigga, holy fuck. Damn.
Okay, you're gonna learn a little bit right now.
No. Oh my God, bro.
Okay, Deir Yassin is Tantura. These are two very famous massacres that took place. the brigades, the militant brigades, the Zionist brigades that then formed the IDF, including some that personally called themselves terrorists, by the way, Lihi and Irgun, went in and did horrifying mass rape, kidnappings, throwing people in ovens. And then the survivors left to tell the...
I'm like, and that's terrible. And these things are unfortunate acts that have happened. And you obviously want to condemn these things, like, duh. But to what overall point is this getting to, Hasan? Again, you want to give a history lesson, but nigga, you need to give a point so we can, again, keep moving the conversation / debate along. Like,
the tale. In that process, these brigades would go to each individual city and forcibly ethnically cleanse 750,000 Palestinians. This is known as the Nakba.
What the fuck does that have to do with the Jewish refugees? Answer that question. I know what the Nakba is. I don't deny it.
Do you think that is even remotely comparable to Jewish people?
How is it not?
Leaving sometimes voluntarily
Wow.
and sometimes because their governments had made
How
deals
many
with
left voluntarily?
either Israel or France.
How many of the 900,000 left voluntarily?
I don't know the exact number of how many left voluntarily.
Take a guess.
Do you?
Take a guess.
I would suspect that a big chunk of them, you're going to say, did not leave voluntarily, but that is not the case.
Well, you're
Most of
lying
them
and
left
you're fucking
voluntarily,
dead
Ethan.
wrong. Let me. You brought up the fact that I talked about what happened in Iraq. So let me give you a timeline of what happened in Iraq. 1932, they gain independence. 1934, Hebrew is banned. Jews are fired from government positions. 1938, Zionist activity is outlawed. Crimes as trivial as possessing a biblical map of the Holy Land will send you to jail. The Farhud pogrom, inspired by neo-Nazis, Rashid al-Khalini killed 180 Jews. Hundreds were injured. Widespread looting, property damage. 1947, Jews were banned from immigrating because they didn't want them to go strengthen the state of Israel, and they wanted to hold them prisoners against Israel and the West. In 1948, the war begins. Jewish banks were forbidden to transact with foreign countries. Jews were arrested for Zionist activity, for economic crimes. They were fines that were paid to the Ministry of Defense. In 1949, a month after taking office, the British learned that they were planning to
nope, no, nigga, you can't
expel the Jews from Iraq before they even left. Does this sound like volunteer? Does this sound voluntary? Does that sound voluntary?
Here, I sent you a clip.
No.
One of the most important scholars on this issue.
Oh my God!
Is
please.
an Iraqi Jew by the name of Avi Shleim.
Yeah, I love this. Let's listen to him.
Guarantee this clip might be like 5 minutes.
Okay, let's listen to it.
Yeah.
Jews were convinced that Israel had a hand in uprooting them. After the 1948 war, there was mounting popular hostility towards the Jews in Iraq. 5 bombs exploded in Jewish sites. The series of bombs created a panic which led more and more Jews to register to leave the country. I met an elderly friend of my mother's, an Iraqi Jew called Yaakov Karkukli, who had been in the Zionist underground. one member of his group, Yosef Basri, a very, very intelligent Jewish lawyer, and his assistant, Shalom Saleh Shalom, were responsible for 3 out of the 5 bombs. Basri's controller was an Israeli intelligence officer named Max Binet.
Let's grant that what he's saying is true and that 3 of the 5 bombs were done by Zionists, right? How does that explain 150,000 people leaving the fucking country? Thousands of years of civilization that have been there, 2,000 years, just picking up and leaving, almost virtually gone. How does that explain that?
Why is it that the Israeli government benefited from creating instability and making it seem as though these countries were uninhabitable? And why do you think that, despite the fact that Iraq and numerous other countries have offered Israelis or Jews a right to return,
because they were being
failed on the Israeli front for numerous reasons?
Let me tell you an inconvenient fact for you, Hasan.
Arrive at that conclusion.
Let me tell you an inconvenient
Educate them.
fact.
I wonder why that happened.
Before
why
the bombs
Israel
went off,
being established?
Before the bombs went off, 100,000 of the 125 Jews were already registered to leave. You want to explain that?
Yes. Jews wanted to go to Israel, Ethan. They liked the idea
So let me hear what
Okay, so you like Israel.
Yeah, you're a liar.
You
you're a disgusting fucking propagandist liar. Here's what Avi Schleim actually said.
My research, I established that one bomb was lobbed, one hand grenade was lobbed.
Ooh, he pulled that boy up hot. Oh, never. Bro, Hasan, why the fuck do you do this to yourself?
By a young activist in the Istiklal party, which wanted to expel the Jews from Iraq and confiscate the properties. And another hand grenade was lobbed into the Masuda Shem Tov synagogue, and there 4 people were killed. And he was a criminal who had a grudge against the Jews, and it had nothing to do with the Mossad.
Did you hear that? The first 2 had nothing to do with the Mossad. But let's continue to listen to the respected scholar, Avi Schleim, you fucking liar.
Hold on.
Nope, you listen to this fucking historian. Yes, you said they left by choice. They left because of Zionism. They left because they were being threatened. Let's hear what your respected historian has to say, you liar.
That's right.
Wait,
even if all this is true.
Oh, shit. Yo, Ethan be going fucking off on this nigga.
The main reason for the exodus was not the bombs. It was persecution by the government. And I concede that. It's not part of my argument that the bombs were the main reason for the liquidation of this community. But my answer to my Zionist critics is, even if I knew for certain that not a single Iraqi Jew left Iraq to go to Israel because of the bombs, I would still think this is a real indictment of the state of Israel, because Israel was created to provide a safe haven for Jews, not to be harassing and threatening Jews in other countries.
By the way, he said, and I'll quote it for you, "We did not leave Iraq because we were Zionists. We left because we were no longer safe." He wrote that in his book, 3 Worlds. Have you read that book?
No, I have not read 3 Worlds.
Okay, well, you're using a lot of source from it. It's a book that...
Oh, my God.
He wrote about his migration.
It's not the only book he wrote about this. But go on.
Have you read any of the other ones?
I doubt it.
Yes.
Really? Which ones?
The book that I'm referencing is from the Iron Wall.
3 Worlds, okay? He writes about his time in Iraq. He writes about his time in Israel. He writes about his time in the UK. In 3 Worlds, he writes about his own family, and he describes their departure from Iraq as traumatic, disorienting, and not voluntary. They were not proud Zionist migrations. They were leaving out of fear.
Ethan,
he said that himself.
Ethan.
He said, we did not leave Iraq because we were Zionists. We left because we were no longer safe.
My friend, you are failing to comprehend a very important reason why I brought up Avi Schleim.
Which is what?
By the way. And
yeah, because you think he supports your claim, but he absolutely does not.
As we're seeing.
That's why, because you're a fucking liar.
He absolutely
Contend
does.
with what I said.
Hold on.
No. Contend with what I'm saying. He said we did not leave Iraq because we were Zionists. We left because we were no longer safe. Do you want to explain what he meant by that? Explain what he meant by saying we didn't leave because we were Zionists. We left because we were no longer safe.
Okay.
This is not the gotcha you think it is, nigga. Then please go. He's asking you to respond to the shit. Please cook him. We've been waiting for you to cook some shit up, and nigga, the stove has been empty. Like, bro, holy fuck, bro. Like,
I can't wait to bring up obviously on the broadcast to make you fucking look like a dumbass.
I can't wait to. And now explain what he means by that. We did not leave Iraq because we were Zionists. We left because we were no longer safe.
Iraqis are not Palestinian.
Yo, this nigga is hot. Oh, that nigga's hot, boy. That nigga's hot, boy. He couldn't give his lecture. It's time to get pouty.
You fucking moron. You
Holy shit. Holy shit, bro.
Racist piece of shit.
What?
Because Iraq.
Yo, this shit is fucking crazy, bro. Nah, this whole fucking debate. I'm not gonna lie. This shit has been a yap session. Let's not get it twisted. Yapathon. And we have been getting sloppy. Lovely. Yeah, but like, yeah, this shit been long. But yo, when they've been getting catty as fuck to each other, bro, that shit is, oh my god. That shit is really, really hitting those drama strings. Oh my god. But yeah, nah, overall though, within the debate, like, yeah, nigga, Hasan, he getting fucking hot, bro. You can't give these goddamn lectures, nigga. You're getting cooked, my nigga. You gonna have to take this to the chin.
And the pan-Arabic nationalist movements that arise out of
Zionist out of your mind
is not about Palestinians.
Okay, so what did the Jews in Iraq have to do with fucking Israel? You bigot.
Actually fucking
you are so out of your mind.
Yo.
Dude, you screaming and grandstanding doesn't mean you're right.
Iraqi government racism during the pan-Arabic nationalist movements as a vindication for why, or a comparison as to why Israel had to do the Nakba.
Do you think?
So that's lovely. Your point was?
You fucking racist piece of shit.
Thanks.
Facts. That's amazing. Your point was?
Hasan.
Do you think Iraq?
He said, great. So anyway,
do you think all Arabs have one fucking mind?
Why
Is that what you think?
Were the Iraqi Jews leaving Iraq in fear?
Of course there were Iraqi Jews that left Iraq in fear. I've never said that there were no
Answer
Iraqi
the question.
Jews that left
You want to
Iraq
call
in
me
fear.
racist? Why were Iraqi Jews leaving to go to Israel?
Because you're a fucking moron.
That's why they left. They left because I'm a fucking moron.
That Arabs are
Hasan,
not one-minded.
you coward.
That there
you
were numerous
coward.
pan-Arabic
Answer
nationalist
the question. You're going to call me racist, but you've
been dodging like damn near the whole fucking debate, bro. Like that shit. Yo, this shit is so fucking wild to see. It's just like, dude, he's not standing on shit. And motherfuckers will see this shit, bro, and still be eating that shit up. Eating that shit up. Like, well, nigga, goddamn, bro. You would think this shit would wake up niggas from the psyop. It's not. They still gonna be glazing, bro. No, bro, Hasan, you fucking cooked, nigga. You ate him up. Eat him for breakfast. I'm like, bro, these niggas tweaking.
You won't answer.
Around the region,
why
Ethan,
did the Iraqi Jews leave Iraq?
There were numerous
because of
reasons.
anti-Semitism. They hated Jewish people that had nothing to do with Israel. They were forced to leave. They were chased out. They lived there.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
For thousands of years,
people.
They had businesses, they had homes that they were forced to abandon to go to Israel because it was the only fucking place they could. Why would Iraqis hate the Jews living there if they had nothing to do with Zionists or Israel? Why?
Because settler colonialism
that has nothing to do with them, you absolute fucking dumbass.
Yo, you actually fucking dumbass? Nigga, are you even using your fucking brain? No! Like...
Ethan,
what does that have to do with the Iraqi Jews?
Do you think the Aliyahs were happening initially?
So it was there, so you're blaming them? Are you blaming the Iraqi Jews who had nothing to do with it? What the fuck is your point?
I've been saying that shit the whole time. Okay, so Hasan, your overall point is... Your point is, like, bro, you're giving us information and, like, you're giving us you're talking about these scenarios in which obviously more conflicts and shit is happening, and obviously within that, this shit is bad, and it's like, yo, overall, you would want these things to not be happening, but your overall credence to this argument, my nigga, you're going to need to present it, but we can't, like we were saying earlier, be going through these lectures. At some point, you're gonna have to come to a point, a point. No, literally, like I was saying, to a point, so we can move on to the next one, brother.
You call me
I'm
racist.
not justifying the racism. I'm not justifying it. You're not
Yes,
comprehending
you are.
my point.
They left.
I've never justified that.
You're not making a point. You're giving us a bunch of information, but you're not, like, again, summarizing into overall something that can continue the argument.
And I've
turned
also
on them after
openly
1948.
Ethan,
You're materially
I have
wrong. You're a
openly
liar.
recognized that there were numerous reasons why other countries, I know, hard concept, all Arab,
Yeah.
they all have the same mindset.
I know. Let's go
other
over them,
countries and their
genius.
pan-Arabic nationalist movements as states
Let's
were
go over
being
them.
designed
In Egypt,
mostly by Western
You want to talk
nations.
facts? Let's talk facts.
Ethan,
In
you don't
Egypt.
know. You got fucking a chat GPT summary. Let me explain to
Hasan.
you.
Yo, I trust that fucking summary way more than I trust you, nigga. Let's keep it a buck. I would way rather fucking trust ChatGPT on some fucking 4.0 whatever fucking version or on that shit than you, nigga. This nigga really doesn't see his own shit. This nigga never sees his own vids, clips, nothing. I guess fucking not, bruh. You be fucking lying all the time, nigga. Your hypocrisy's at the fucking maximum, nigga. What the fuck? Yo, niggas is...
So you can fucking not look like a dumbass.
Okay, do you want to listen or do you just want to add hom?
No, I want to tell you my perspective.
No, you want to
this
talk.
Is supposed
That's
to be
the problem. You
an
don't want to
acknowledgement
listen.
of
You've talked
You're supposed
plenty.
to be attacking my perspective.
You called me racist, bro. The least you can do is shut the fuck up and listen to me talk.
No, he's not attacking. Well, technically, I guess he is attacking your perspective, but the main thing he's supposed to be doing is attacking your argument. You know, the one that you're not making because you're too busy trying to give a fucking history lesson. Like, bro, oh my god, bro, this...
Okay. The Iraqi Jews left because they were in fear of anti-Semitism. They had nothing to do with Israel or Zionism. The Arabs in Iraq, the Iraqis, turned on them because of what happened in the war in 1948. That had nothing to do with them. So if you want to blame the Jews for their own anti-Semitism, you go right ahead, but that's racism. Now let's talk about Egypt.
I also recognize that.
No, you're not. You are absolutely not. In Egypt, 75,000 Jews were displaced. Okay? Following anti-Jewish riots and bombs in Egypt.
Is Egypt Palestinians? Is Egypt Palestinians? Is Iraq Palestinians? Why were the Palestinians
It's got
never
nothing to
allowed
do
to
with that.
return?
They were
Exactly.
forced to go there by the
every
Arab
single one of these
countries.
countries have offered the Jews that were expelled or left on their own
It's time to listen,
voluntarily.
Hasan.
These are completely
He hasn't been the whole time.
separate
Nobody's
countries.
justifying
you
the
are
Nakba.
packaging them together.
No
to
one
make
is
a
justifying the
horrifying
Nakba. I'm
position.
explaining how it's fucking insanely racist to discredit the plight, the running
you're
of
fucking racist because I
discrimination.
don't discredit the plight.
But
I think
I'm not justifying the Nakba. You seem to be justifying why Jews were chased out of their home country.
Entire argument, literally, since we started this part of the segment.
No, I'm not, Ethan.
Why'd they leave?
I'm not
Why'd they
justifying
leave?
that at all.
Why'd they
think
leave?
That you think that because you want to drive home a point that
Why
this
did
is
they leave their
anti-Semitic.
communities that have been...
That's the whole point, is to drive across an actual point, an actual fucking argument being made. You know, the one that you still have not answered him. God damn it. Like,
for 2,000 years, leaving their money, their businesses, their homes.
Understand.
Why did
I
they
don't
leave?
think you'll understand. Do you think Iraq is Palestine? Do you think Egypt is Palestine?
Nobody's defending the Nakba.
Do you think that all Arabs are operating on antiquated anti-Semitism? And if your answer is yes, why the fuck did Jews find the Ottoman Empire to be a safe haven for
Where's the
fucking
Ottoman
hundreds
Empire?
of years?
Let's talk about the last 100 years. That's great. Yeah, the Ottoman Empire was great for the Jews. Let's talk about the last 100 years. Let's talk about 1948. Anti-Jewish riots broke out after the war. Hasan, you need to shut the fuck up and listen.
He said, nigga, shut the fuck up, sit down, nigga, class is in session and we ain't even trying to give lectures like your dumbass, nigga. Like, bro, niggas have to be kidding. Yo, Ethan blocked the fucking real quick. He said, nigga, shut the fuck up, bro. You still have not gotten to your fucking point, nigga. Go ahead and still answer my fucking question, though. That shit is wild.
Okay. After the war.
Oh my God.
After the war, okay, in 1948, there was anti-Jewish riots and bombs in Egypt. Why was that? Because of the Jews? The Jews brought it on themselves? Following the establishment of the Israel...
I never made that inference. What are you talking about?
Of course you did.
No, I didn't. I did not make that inference at all.
So they left because Zionism.
No, Ethan, if you were to listen to my words, and I use them very carefully, even though I get heated sometimes.
Right.
You didn't.
Okay? Egypt, Iraq, Morocco, each of these countries where Jews lived in the MENA region all the way to the Levant had different reasons. Some of them were direct pogroms.
Lie.
Others were the colonial.
You are a tangibly, historically...
Do you think that...
My thing is like, okay, if this was the main thing, if he's like doing the thing I was just talking about, like summarizing it down to get a main point, why didn't he do this shit from the start of the argument? We didn't, again, need the whole lecture. We did not need that whole fucking extra, like, TLDR yap sesh, my nigga. Like, bruh.
Wait, do you think that Jews,
and I feel
I just said that some of them were because of pogroms. You're not hearing anything I'm saying. You're so conditioned into saying liar
the amount
that you're
that
undermining
left,
your own point.
The amount that left because of Zionism was minute. They were chased out. They were forced to become Zionists by their oppressors because they had nowhere else to go. In Egypt, following the establishment of Israel in May 1948...
Ethan, none of these countries are Palestine.
That is
none of these
insanely irrelevant point. A series of bombs targeted Jewish areas in Cairo between June and September. They killed 70 Jews.
That's my point.
Injured 200. They confiscated Jewish-owned businesses and synagogues were attacked and destroyed. Okay?
Ethan.
In 1956, the Suez Crisis.
One is direct violence, direct planned violence and an extermination campaign.
Approximately 25,000 Jews were expelled from Egypt.
Falsely misplaced hostility.
25,000 Jews were expelled
from other countries.
Expelled. What does it mean, Hasan? And for what reason would that be, Hasan? You still have not answered.
So are you blaming them?
You don't understand.
Are you blaming the Jews for getting? Are you blaming the Jews for being expelled from Egypt? 25,000 of them.
No, Ethan. If you listen to my words, you would understand.
So what is it I exaggerated about? 900,000 Jews were displaced.
Because you are making a comparison with different countries.
No, I'm not.
Versus one singular force that planned an extermination campaign, planned an ethnic cleansing campaign. Other countries and their reaction to it, or other countries and the previous hostility towards Jews have nothing to do with Palestinians. So
of
making
course
this
not. That's why it's anti-Semitic.
Why
it's anti-Semitic. It has nothing to do with Palestine, but they still got kicked out for being Jewish. That's literally what anti-Semitism.
I don't think you understand.
1,000 Jews in Egypt were arrested and detained without charges. The government seized 500 Jewish-owned businesses and froze bank accounts. The expelled Jews were compelled to sign a declaration donating their property to the Egyptian state and were allowed to take only minimal personal belongings. In Algeria, 130,000 Jews were expelled. Upon the independence...
That's not Palestine. They're not... They're just Arabs. They're not the same fucking people.
So my point is very simple. They were expelled from their homes because of anti-Semitism.
Hasan, your response to that, please. Simple. We don't need you to give a yap sesh. Your response to this.
Ethan, you used Egypt as an example.
What is wrong?
Fuck, bro. We are really still gonna end up being here forever.
Wrong about
Half
that.
of these countries
what
that
is
you're
wrong with what I just said? They were
when Jews
expelled.
were leaving.
They were
literally
Hasan, please, you gotta fucking answer a question.
That's what I'm saying.
By the English and French colonial occupations. What are you talking about?
They were expelled because of anti-Semitism. What did I say wrong?
Go ahead. My God.
Go ahead.
Algeria was under French occupation. It is the...
This nigga is just like, bro, I wonder what this nigga's history grade was, because the way this nigga can recite this shit, bro, this nigga definitely must have been an AP or some shit. Boy, this nigga never went below a 99. Well, he giving this shit out.
Design where the French occupied Algeria did not squash the attempts of expelling Jews. I'm not saying that there wasn't.
Most Algerians were French citizens and went to France.
That caused Jews to feel unsafe.
95% of Algeria's 140,000 Jewish population.
Individual, often, sometimes Western powers, and what they allowed in those countries on the Palestinian plight when you make this comparison. That's what I'm saying.
Is it anti-Semitic for Jewish people to get kicked out of their home?
The Armenian genocide, right? The Turkish.
He still has not answered this damn question, bro.
The Ottoman Empire and the forces and the Ottoman genocide that they conducted, a mass extermination campaign, is because other fucking random countries where Armenians
Iraq happened after independence and as of Jerusalem.
Or Turks were getting dispelled in other countries.
The pogrom happened as a direct
the same fucking thing that
result
that's the way
of
that
the
it was
war,
taught
bro.
in the past. That it was a
By the way, did you say
necessary voluntary migration?
By the way, did you?
Because
oh my God, bro! Did you say Anne Frank died before she could resist? I don't know if that was a fever dream.
Wait, I'm saying that
finally we're moving on to some other shit, bro. This thing Hasan's just gonna keep fucking talking and still not answer the fucking question needs acting. Like, yo, they were expelled from their homeland because of anti-Semitism. His response, no fucking response. He gotta fucking go back again and start fucking reciting a damn textbook. Like, god damn.
Would you have an issue with Anne Frank if she actually was able to?
I just thought it was an insane thing to say. I'm not trying to litigate it. And Tripoli.
Wait,
anti-Jewish
rights
broke out amid post-war unrest. Synagogues were burned. Jewish institutions were shut down.
What's your point about Anne Frank? Why are you trying to deflect away from what I'm saying here?
No, I just think that...
I'm like, shit, if anything, niggas needed to fucking deflect away from the shit you're saying so we could actually get to a damn point, nigga. You're just fucking literally yapping, like actual fucking yapping. Like,
statement was insane. The Six-Day War backlash. In 1967, another Israel victory. Jewish communities got mobbed. 6,000 Jews were evacuated. Homes were destroyed. Synagogues were burned. In Morocco, 250,000 Jews were expelled. Anti-Jewish riots broke out in 1948. You'll notice all of these, most of these pogroms are happening in 1948 as a direct result of the war. The Arabs turned on their Jewish populace out of anti-Semitism. Period. Point blank. June 7 to 8, 1948, in northeastern Morocco, following the Declaration of State of Independence, the State of Israel on May 14, 1948. Anti-Jewish riots erupted in the town of Jarada. These towns were significant transit points for Moroccan Jews seeking to immigrate. 47 Jews were killed. Many were injured. Jewish homes and businesses were looted and damaged and destroyed. In 1950, 1960, harassment and immigration. The year following 1948 riot, Moroccan Jews faced increased pressure. These factors contributed to a significant immigration of Jews from Morocco. Immigration to Israel was banned in 1959. But before that, 274,000 Moroccan Jews immigrated primarily to Israel. Yemen and Aden.
Remember when you said you weren't a
50,000
Zionist? Remember when you said you weren't a Zionist?
Because he's not.
These are direct Zionist talking points.
This is historical facts, literally spread by your very own Avi Schleim, who, if I'll quote it back to you, said, we didn't leave because we were Zionists. We did not leave because we were Zionists. We left because we were afraid.
Appropriate, Ethan. That's the difference. If you asked Avi Schleim whether it is comparable to say the Nakba and the 900,000 Jews that
I'm not defending.
Can you confirm that? Like,
the Nakba
from separate countries, he would laugh at you.
Your failure
Do you not understand?
to acknowledge the trauma of both groups is the reason why you are a radical fucking propagandist liar. Both trauma needs to be acknowledged by both groups.
Exactly.
There's two things that need to be true for this ever to be resolved peacefully.
You're right.
Palestinian self-determination and the Israelis' right to have secure borders.
And there you go. And there you go.
As long as you ignore that, there will always be war. Palestinians will always die, and you will continue to make money from it.
And that's how you get to a point. Hasan, can you please give a fucking response?
Operation Magic Carpet. Jews were secretly airlifted to Israel due to rising hostility. 50,000.
It's so interesting.
50,000 were relocated. In Tunisia, 130,000 after
the PLO did recognize that, and they wanted those countries to actually do a right to return for all Jews. Why did Israel stop that from happening, Ethan? Don't you think that Zionism is the problem here?
Avi Schleim said,
quote, what happened? They didn't fucking send you that clip? They didn't send you that clip?
Bro, let him fucking respond to what you said. Oh my God.
Piece of information?
Dude,
so
Avi
the PLO,
Schleim.
Yasser Arafat, the people that don't care about Jewish plight.
You ask them a question and then keep fucking talking. Holy fuck, bro. Yo, like I don't know how niggas glaze this nigga. Like, this nigga is like definitively insufferable in every definition of the term. Like, holy shit, nigga. God damn, bro. Like, how the fuck are you gonna ask a question and then fucking keep talking so he can't respond? This is the type of shit you do. This is the exact shit, again, you tried to pull in the fucking Willie Mac debate and it made you look like a fucking dumbass. Like, holy shit. Like, yo, god damn it, bro. I didn't watch too much of this shit, bro. I swear to God.
See,
the guy who oversaw the second Intifada. What the fuck are you on about?
To be able to go back and do a right to return if they wanted to do so into their nation of origin.
I'm talking about the flights,
and yet
bro.
Israel was the one who didn't want that to happen.
You deny the flight of Middle Eastern Jews.
Case, Ethan?
No, you deny the flight. You deny the trauma of Middle Eastern Jews.
I don't deny the flight,
you
Ethan.
absolutely deny the trauma.
You are attributing.
No, you deny that they left by. You try to say that they left by choice. That is an gross historical inaccuracy.
There are Jews that left by choice.
Yes,
that is
some
true.
did. Of the 900,000, the vast majority left because they were afraid. Because they were being discriminated against. That is a historical fact. 6-day war aftermath.
Have you ever actually listened to a clip of me talking about this?
Yo, I don't think anyone at this point wants to listen to a clip of you talk about anything at fucking all. My nigga, holy fuck. Niggas already suffering enough listening to your dumbass. Like, holy shit.
What?
Oh my God! You have no idea what my perspective on this is. You're just fucking yelling at nothing.
Well, what are you doing right now?
You're clearly trying to give the whole goddamn lecture again, my nigga. You need to know what the fucking word summarization means, cause god damn it, my nigga, you really need to do it.
What are you wasting time for, buddy?
This is the reason why you're
I have heard you talk about it time and time again.
That I don't actually believe,
bro. You are continually not acknowledging the trauma of Middle Eastern Jews. You characterize it like they left.
Have you ever listened?
Yes, I've seen it.
Have you ever listened to anything that's not 30
yes,
seconds long?
Bro. That's so ironic that you're saying that as you misquote Avi
in
Schleim, who said he fled because he was afraid and not because of Zion. Here's the clip.
Over and over again. But you're too busy trying to get a gotcha here so you can fucking farm a clip. But everyone's still going to think you're a fucking...
Farm a clip? So farm a clip, it's like, no, nigga, you're wasting bad fucking time, bro.
Loser,
here's the
dude.
clip.
I'm sorry. Just shut up and listen if you want to actually hear my perspective.
I'm shutting up and listening to you.
Rock.
Okay, thank you.
The Iraqi Jews. Because when anti-Semitism increases in the West, Israel sees that as a complementary tool to its Zionist project, the Zionist ambition of bringing either all Jews to Israel or at least make Jews in the Western world that are outside of Israel, Jews in diaspora, support Israel, because it gives additional credence to the argument. It gives additional credence to the argument that no Jew is ever safe if there is no Jewish state. That is the underpinning of the Zionist project in general.
Why did you not mention the anti-Semitism? You exclusively talk about Zionism being the reason for forcing them out. Why do you deny that they were expelled by force, the vast majority of them?
And that's why he won't address it here.
Ethan.
He will not address it. We are fucking how long into this the damn part of this segment? Oh, let me move myself out the way. This segment started at what, 3:47, and we're at 4:13 or something, 4:10, 4:11, basically. Brother, oh my god, bro, we've been recording here at least for an hour, bro. He is still not giving a response to this shit, and again, directly asked on it, he is fucking backtracking. Ridiculous.
If you think that is the entirety of my perspective on this matter,
illuminate me.
You please need to stop talking and listen to the amount of times that I've talked about this.
Bro, just explain yourself.
I'm trying.
I just watched a clip of you being pretty dismissive about the flight. And by the way, you've done it this whole time. You say that Zionism was the main force.
No, I'm dismissive about the aspect that this is beneficial to the Zionist project across the board. Because Israel wants all Jews to be constantly fucking terrified in any other country that's not Israel, so that they can actually go and either support Israel if they're not in Israel, or just move to Israel. That is the entire point. That is what Jabotinsky wanted. That is what Herzl wanted. And that is precisely what Benjamin Netanyahu wants as well. So in terms of my explanation, or what I come across as dismissive, is precisely the role that Israel itself played in this process.
Which was minuscule.
Because it was a mutually beneficial relationship. That anti-Semitic pogroms.
Minuscule. What you
place.
fail to acknowledge is that the Jews were forced to become Zionists, not by choice, but by necessity, because the Arab countries turned on them after the war and forced them to go to the only state that they could go to.
It's a necessity for Israel to exist, which is what your position is, right?
No, they
putting words in his mouth, yo. Let him fucking again answer.
It's not about what was allowed or not. The Arabs created a million Zionists because they're anti-Semitic after the war of 1948 and fucking the rise of Arab nationalism. Do you deny that?
You brought up
Do you deny what I just said?
Wait,
do you deny what I just said?
What? Say it again. I wasn't listening.
900,000 Jews, approximately 700 to 900,000, were forced to become Zionists, not by choice, but because they were forced out. The vast majority went to the fucking Arabs. The anti-Semitic Arabs.
There you go.
There you go. What? That's my point. Are you okay?
I rest my case.
Are you okay, Hasan?
Okay, well, I
mean,
you
rest your case on what? Oh my fucking god, he still hasn't even answered the question directly. Holy shit.
Oh, you're too fucking delusional to realize what kind of racist nonsense you're fucking
unbelievable,
on. That was
bro.
my entire
it's
point.
Historic.
Thank you.
I mean, it's historical. You don't know anything of what you're talking about.
What
Abby
the fuck
Schleim,
are you still doing here, bro?
It's again, because you don't want to contend. You like to accuse him when it's convenient. He left because they were Zionists. They left because they were afraid.
Yeah, fucking Arabs. What was Avi Schleim, by the way?
Yeah, he was an Arab Jew. They didn't see him that way. They kicked his ass out. I'm not saying fucking Arabs. There's a reason for it. There was a rise in Arab nationalism following the 1948 war. They blamed their own Jewish populace for what Israel did. That's anti-Semitism. They had nothing to do. Do you think the Iraqi Jews left their 2,000-year-old communities, left their businesses, left their houses because they wanted to go to Israel?
Oh, sorry, because I just wanted to dip.
Israel, are you fucking mad?
Ethan,
you
remember
deny.
A while back I tweeted and you got really mad when I said that there's a double standard between Islamophobia and anti-Semitism?
Absolutely a double standard, and you exhibit it, my friend.
And you're participating in it right now without even recognizing that you're doing so.
I mean, I'm just telling you literally what happened.
It's historical racism. All Arabs
they were
are not
racist.
responsible.
Do people never get racist?
They do. It's unfortunate. I'm not gonna say racism as a concept is fucking stupid. Like, bro, why do you fucking think someone is inferior to you and or like you're better than them or like you're just prejudiced against people because of like the color of their skin or like their heritage, all that shit? My nigga, people is people. Like I said, niggas heads don't know, but like one of the lyrics in one of my songs, I say it all the time, low key though, so I ain't gonna lie. Maybe it's half. But like, whatever happened to chilling? I was like, word. Like, and the other argument again to the racism shit, especially with the whole skin color shit, like, bro, if I get shot and or somebody else get shot, we both probably gonna die. So does it really matter what race we are? No. So racism, my concept, stupid as shit. I'm not worried about that shit.
Do people never be I'm explaining why. I'm not blaming anyone, but I'm just explaining why. After the
That's what I'm saying. And anyone who is racist, like genuinely, nigga, lock in on life. Go, you not shit.
No,
48
dude,
war,
you don't understand.
the rise of Arab nationalism created a lot of anti-Semitism, and that's why the vast majority of the Jews, the 900,000 of them, were forced to immigrate.
Ethan.
That's a fact. That is a historical fact.
Ethan, I'm sorry to say this, and I don't know if your audience gets this as well, but what you just said earlier is not an accurate reflection of history. It's just pure racism.
How do you know that?
You are...
Please show something to disprove.
How do you know that it's not real?
You are shifting the blame over to the entirety of Arabs.
It absolutely was the blame of the Arabs.
When every single one of these Arab countries,
absolutely,
with their own version of pan-Arabic nationalism,
they kicked them
half
out.
of them were already still controlled, by the way, by fucking European colonial powers like Vichy France.
That was literally just in Tunisia.
The Moroccan expulsion program, and you're using that as a similarity between the planned expulsion of 750,000 Palestinians.
Yeah, I mean, the details are different, but you're denying, like, once again, you're still not disproving me. What did I say that is hilariously racist and wrong?
Like anti-German racism.
Don't make an analogy. Tell me why I'm wrong.
It's like pointing to anti-German racism.
I don't need an analogy. I need facts from you. Why am I wrong?
It's as though you are pointing to anti.
Back checking. Like, nigga, come the fuck on, bro. You gonna have to drop a response someday, Hasan. Like, holy shit, nigga.
German racism happening during the fucking German conquest.
Tell me a fact, right, that proves that I'm wrong. That the vast majority of Jews fled because of anti-Semitism in the Arab states.
Saying.
Oh, really?
It's not what you're saying.
So I didn't say anything wrong.
I take issue with.
I didn't say anything wrong.
Comparison.
I didn't say anything.
That's what I'm saying. So he's not wrong. Like, my nigga, you're damn near admitting it. Bro, this shit is crazy. These niggas can never concede when they're fucking... Oh, my God, bro. These niggas gonna forever do this shit, bro. It's so fucking sad.
Nothing wrong, but I'm racist.
It's the idea that all Arabs are fucking one-minded and not and have something to do with Palestinians in general. Yes, I never said that there wasn't any fucking anti-Arab, anti-Jewish sentiment. That also...
Were the vast majority of Jews, did they leave because of anti-Semitism or Zionism?
The vast majority of Jews...
Did they leave?
Regardless of whether or not Zionism they left for anti-Semitism.
Oh my God, bro. This shit is like genuinely pathetic, bro. He will not answer the fucking question at all, bro. My nigga, like, we're actually an hour in. This nigga has not answered just one singular question. Like,
anti-Semitism for Zionist purposes is not comparable to the Nakba.
You're not answering.
Who's not?
It is not comparable to the Nakba.
I don't care. That's got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I'm not comparing them.
And by the way, they're both. Talking about. You made that comparison to say to make it seem as though it was a much larger
no, because
crime
people like you ignore the trauma of the fact that you want to tell that people in Israel to go back to where they came from. This is where they're from. They were forced to go to Israel.
They could right now. They could go tomorrow.
Really? The Iraqi Jews can go back to their home tomorrow. The Egyptian Jews can go back to their homes tomorrow.
Absolutely.
That is insane. You are fucking out of your mind.
Yes, they can.
Okay, how? Tell me how. How do the Jews go back to their...
They don't want to, and I understand why they wouldn't want to, because America fucking invaded and destroyed Iraq. But yes, they could.
How? How would they go back and reclaim their lost assets, their lost property?
There were literally different schemes designed
and by the way, how did they become citizens?
At different points throughout this 76-year-long, drawn-out apartheid structure, there were numerous instances where, yes, there was a right to return offered to Jews and even restitution for the homes that they lost in the process. So, yes, you're wrong. You simply don't know the facts. You are wrong.
You won't say what fact I'm getting wrong.
Read my shit bar for bar. I was about to say, but you won't even state literally what he's getting wrong. Like, what? It's crazy.
I just told you.
Did the vast majority of Jews immigrate to Israel following 1948 because of Zionism or because of anti-Semitism?
No. Don't run away from this point.
Answer the fucking question.
I don't discount anti-Semitism as a direct consequence of pan-Arabic nationalism that took place in numerous countries.
Answer the question.
I have issues with your comparison. Okay?
Who's comparing?
I wonder what chat was looking like during this time, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Chat probably had to be bored as shit because, like, this nigga was just not saying anything, bro. Like,
saying that. I'm not talking about the Nakba. I'm talking about your unwillingness to recognize Jewish plight.
And you brought that up deliberately to say more Jews were displaced than Palestinians were.
I think that's an interesting fact that you clearly don't fucking ever want to mention because it really messes up your beautiful little narrative.
Why would you? So what? Why did you bring that fact up right after you talked about the 1948 war?
Because the point is that two people were traumatized.
I think that comparison is disgusting.
There was two people that were traumatized. There was two people that were displaced unfairly. It was the Palestinians and it was the Middle Eastern Jews. They both have trauma. You failed to acknowledge one group. You shit on the other one.
Directly, like.
And I unlike you, acknowledge both
all lives
groups.
Mattering the Nakba,
I acknowledge
Ethan.
both groups.
You're all lives mattering the Nakba.
What? That isn't.
That's what you're doing.
Straight putting words into his mouth.
And you're also attributing.
How am I doing that?
You're attributing anti-Semitic violence in different countries
at the same time following 1948. pan-Arab nationalism. You said that yourself. These 5 Arab countries were defeated in 1948, and they turned super fucking anti-Semitic as a result. They became ultra-nationalist Arabs. It became popular. As Israel declared independence, they said, "Fuck no, we don't want this country here." And yeah, they all became anti-Semitic. That's a historical fact that you denied.
You also failed to recognize that Iraqi Jews have been allowed to return to Iraq, and there have been numerous instances where Jews were given an opportunity
how many
to
Jews
return
live in
if
Iraq?
they wanted to.
How many Jews live in Iraq?
Question. Will we get an answer? Oh, probably not.
What?
How many Jewish
I don't know. I think
people?
It's 0 right now, but they can.
How many Jews live in the Middle East outside of Israel?
They can, but you literally think that there are 0 that are. Nice.
Israel.
Why would it?
Virtually
why do you think Iraqi
none.
Jews would?
Where'd they go?
Why would Iraqi
If
Jews
it was so
not want to
fucking
go?
great for
Why would
them?
Iraqi Jews not want to go to Iraq? You think right now?
0 Jews, virtually 0 Jews live outside of Israel in the Middle East. Why is that? You don't think that none of them wanted to fucking stay at home?
I don't
None
know.
of
Maybe
them.
because there was a religious ethno-supremacist state that was backed
there you
by
go.
a lot of Western states
the
as a
insane
direct
fucking
destabilizer in the
sweeping
fucking
that
region
you're
with
discrediting.
mass migration happening, especially, of course, mass migration happening. And then in the aftermath of the Holocaust with a shit ton more refugees coming in was a much more viable state for them.
Here's the problem.
The viability of said state.
This is why, like, yo, Hasan talks, and I can't really trust any of this shit. Like, bruh, where is the fact checking on this shit? Like, how do you know to just trust instantly what he's saying? It's like within his, again, past histories and all that, like seeing the shit he's done before, how disingenuous, how bad faith, like all this other shit he be doing, bro, the fucking dog whistles and shit. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to just be like, okay, word, Hasan, you said this, okay, I'm gonna take that as straight fact. Like, nah, my nigga, I gotta be like, I mean, it sounds, but yo, where's the books, the articles? Can we get a reference to this shit? Like,
of course, is partially a consequence of the
You want
other
to blame,
countries and
you
the
want to blame
hostility that people
Zionists.
felt towards
You don't
Jewish
want to blame
people.
the Arabs.
But this
okay?
in and of itself,
just a fact.
is the heart of the problem, because people conflate Zionism with Judaism, and
that's what the Arabs
all the
did when they
time.
kicked them all out.
I know, and I don't think it's appropriate.
And so why
That's
are you
my
blaming
point.
why are you blaming the Zionists and not the fucking Arabs for being racist? Why do you
You're
deny
doing
the
it again,
Jewish
the
trauma?
fucking Arabs.
Why do you deny the hunt?
But you're not acknowledging and giving a response to what he's saying, bruh. Oh my god.
900,000 traumatized Jews that were forced, including,
Ethan,
by the
let me
way,
ask you a question.
what you keep ignoring,
Here, I'm
Avi
gonna give you a
Schleim.
quick
Avi
question,
Schleim
quick
said we
question,
didn't leave
quick
Iraq
question,
because
quick question,
we were Zionists.
quick
We left
question.
because we were afraid. Are you hearing that?
Ethan, do you blame the English for the Holocaust?
No.
Who did the Holocaust, Ethan?
Just fucking make your point. I'm not playing this silly game.
Come on, who did the Holocaust?
Like he trying to get mixed up into a whole different shit when he still again has not acknowledged the one thing Ethan's saying. Heads were expelled from Israel because of anti-Semitism. He's not saying whether or not he thinks that Jonah is true, or anti-Semitism, or whether it's or being Zion or Zionism. I can't even talk. God damn. Yeah, he's not acknowledging which one of these shits is going on. So I don't know what are we still sitting here doing if he's not gonna fucking answer the question?
Just say it.
Make your point, dude. I'm not a fucking.
Why not? I'm asking you a question. It's a super simple question.
Avi Schleim said we left.
And so was his. So why can't you just answer that shit directly?
Iraq because
I asked you who was responsible for the Holocaust.
Why would I answer
Which
such
nation?
a stupid rhetorical question? Just make your point.
What, you know the answer to this, right? Like, come on, what are you looking at on your fucking computer? Like, which country is responsible for the Holocaust?
Anytime you want to make your point, I would appreciate.
What?
I would appreciate if
What
you.
is happening, dude? When
You are obfuscating, Hasan. Answer his question that he's asked you damn near 10 times at this point.
you already okay? Here, whatever. You said
I would appreciate if you would just listen to one thing I would
You already
say.
said that it wasn't the English, right? It's not the responsibility of the British that the Holocaust happened, right? You understand that? You recognize that, right?
Well, I would say the nation most directly guilty for the Holocaust was probably Nazi Germany.
Okay. Did you just read that from your laptop?
No, I'm eloquent,
Okay,
unlike
whatever.
your dumbass.
I mean, yes, it is. Okay. Notice how you don't actually
I'm fabulous, bitch.
put every single fucking country.
I'm fabulous, bitch. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Real girl boss shit. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to Lover Babes. Y'all already know. The Lover Babes, the girly pops. You already know. The women get down, but yo, boss bitch.
There was plenty of anti-Semitism in England too. Notice how you don't fucking say all Europe. All of Europe is responsible for the Holocaust.
Concentration camps in the
but
UK?
you say all Arabs.
Okay.
The point is,
there's no Jews in the Middle East.
The
None.
anti-Semitic.
Can you listen to one thing? I have one thing important to say that I really want you just to listen to, okay? Avi Schleim said they did not leave Iraq because they were Zionists. They left because they were afraid.
Yes.
You are denying his family's trauma. You are blaming his family's trauma on Zionists.
Will you talk to him?
And
Will you talk to him about this?
Bro, okay, so you have to talk to fucking everybody you want niggas to talk to, bro? Holy shit, bro. Like, I ain't saying this nigga. We're really still doing this shit, bro. Holy fuck.
Sure. I mean, he's going to agree with me. I read it from his fucking book.
If you're so confident in everything, if you're so confident in all of this, okay, that would be great. All right. Perfect. Okay.
So, listen, I'll
I'll
debate all these people instead of you. I have time. Unfortunately, like I said, it's getting late, so I just want to make one last point before we go, which is that always remember, Hasan, that when people criticize me, I watch it on my stream by myself live, unlike a bitch-made coward like yourself.
Oh, bitch-ass nigga! Say you pussy sound like... Nah, that shit is crazy. Nah, Ethan said we gonna stay on 10 toes, my nigga. You're a bitch. You still haven't watched the content, Nuke, nigga. Lock in.
Who needs someone to hold your hand, make all the excuses in the world to avoid any single criticism, any response. You, my friend, are a coward, and I am the fucking legend.
Stamped. They gonna say I'm glazing. Nah, but in this debate, he really is the legend. He's frying the shit out of Hasan. Again, we done spent like half of this segment, the past hour and 8, right now, when y'all seeing this shit, and he has still not answered that one singular question, bruh. Shit is actually insane.
That responded to it live with zero hesitation. But you know why? Because I'm not a liar. I don't have to think about the shit that I say and justify it. You lied. That's why you can't do it, because you'll get caught in those lies.
Our endeavor made you look good, then congratulations.
It made it look fucking great because you look like a dumbass. I need you to lock in.
You don't think it was good that you don't think that it was a supreme confidence that I responded to it immediately live?
Ethan, it took you 4 months to actually entertain the notion of having a conversation with me. I don't give a fuck about watching YouTube videos. I don't know why you think that I'm afraid of...
Motherfucker. Yo, oh my god. This is where this shit gonna really start getting fucking bad. Hasan, nigga, shut the fuck up, bruh. Yo, he told you he would fucking debate you anytime. All you had to do was watch the content, Nuke, nigga. Your dumbass tried to pull the same shit again you tried in the fucking Willie Mac debate. Oh, I don't need to watch that shit. It's on me. I should be able to answer that shit. No, nigga. You need to understand, because you're going to try to pull the same shit again that you did in the Willie Mac shit and that you did here. Nah, nigga, to have a cohesive debate and argument, niggas got to know the topics already, like, pre-hand, the shit that niggas are going to discuss. So, he was not going to hop on a debate with your dumbass until you watch that shit so you know what niggas were going to debate about, bruh. Niggas wasn't about to obfuscate and go onto these random fucking tangents like you did this whole fucking time thinking we're back in history class, nigga. It's not that. It's not. Like, come on, bruv. Shit is crazy. Like,
11 hate videos on your channel. 11 hate videos. I've watched 0 about you, Hasan. Do you want to actually discuss who's the coward?
You made the hate videos, dumbass. You're fucking...
Rightfully so, because, nigga, you're a fucking idiot. Like...
Community is the hate community.
This nigga's hilarious. Nigga. Oh my god. Hasan. Niggas already been talking about your fucking orbiters, your detractors, your fucking community, the snarks, so many times. Niggas is not better repeat themselves. Have you probably gotten harassment from some of Israel's community? Most likely so. I won't be the nigga to sit here and lie about that shit and say you've never gotten harassment from me. You probably have. But for niggas like you to say, again, heads like Frogan and y'all are like the ultimate victims and you niggas are the only ones getting harassment. You niggas, you niggas are something else.
Why the fuck would you have to watch hate videos or whatever? You are
Hasan,
the one
just
who was
remember,
doing it.
when criticism comes, I confront it.
Well, thank you
Facts.
for
When
backtracking
criticism
on at
comes
least
to
7 of
you,
the points.
you
Maybe we
hide.
should.
Backtracking on 7 of the points, nigga. You backtracked on one question 10 times alone, fuck, nigga. Crazy works. I ain't gonna lie. It seems like the ratio you still lose. Crazy shit.
Go through the context puke one more time so we can
if you want to watch
we can continue this conversation later.
if you
okay?
Motherfucker, are you ever gonna watch that shit, nigga? Like, at the very least, nigga, at this point, I don't even care about you embarrassing yourself in front of your chat, nigga. This debate clearly showed that, and they still gonna suck your dick. They still gonna suck your fucking meat off, so it doesn't matter, nigga. But you need to at least watch that shit in its entirety on your own time, bruh. Like, at the fucking very least, my nigga. Because oh my, I can't, bro. It's so fucking stupid.
Hey, listen, if you want to watch
hold your hand
it,
through all the other dumb shit that you said in it. It's not because I'm afraid. It's because you were crying. Because
No, it is definitely.
You're afraid. You're fucking afraid. You were making up fantasies before this shit, saying how, oh my god, if Ethan brings on Destiny and dance on, oh my, I'll get banned, bro. Trying fucking, oh my god, this nigga's such a bitch. You're so fucking bitch made. Oh my god, bro.
Because you're afraid. Why is it you didn't
such a
Why is it you love
bitch.
Banana, but when he makes a video criticizing you, you say I'm not watching that?
Because I think it's
Facts.
You want to know why? Because I think it's fucking unproductive to.
There's no way. And the harassment campaigns and shit are productive. Huh, nigga? You're really thinking. You stupid ass nigga. Oh my god, you're such a fucking moron, Hasan. I can't believe niggas are still gonna suck your cock off after this. This is fucking crazy, bruh. This shit is actually wild as shit, bro. And niggas really gonna still be like, nah, he fucking fried Ethan in the debate, bro. Hasan's that nigga. Bro, that shit. You Glazer niggas, hilarious, bro. Please remove the dick from your esophagus. Effective immediately, nigga. Because this shit is absolutely crazy, bro.
To watch criticism of me, you fucking coward? What are you saying?
Because you're fucking presenting yourself and developing an audience that is literally, without even realizing it, because they are only drama obsessed, without realizing it, they're...
Nigga, so are you! Nigga, most of the shit you cover is political drama! What the fuck are you talking? Oh my god, this nigga's... Bro.
Literally positioning themselves to be pro-Israel, to repeat pro-Israel talking points. Yes,
How?
that is the only reason why
How? He has his criticisms for both Israel and Palestine. How?
But you will not point out.
Exactly.
Because you went on a fucking deplatforming campaign.
Why?
Platforming campaign, nigga. Your orbiters got themselves bans for being dumbasses. Stop saying this shit, bro. Like, holy fuck. They got banned because they wanted to do dumb shit like you, nigga. Holy shit.
Did you not watch Bad Empanada's video about you? You watched all of it?
You
Bro,
did 110 Instagram stories on me, Ethan.
Which you still have not shown.
It's January 31st, 2025.
24 hours, bro.
That you didn't even recognize.
You need to at least admit that it's reciprocal. I am not upset. You made 24 hours of nonstop content, bro.
Even
24 hours in the last 2 months.
Just on your own personal
We've
Instagram
talked about each other equally as much, bro.
January 31st,
basically.
2025, 110 stories. It was so insane, you didn't believe it.
Even if
you
that's...
don't even believe your own mania.
Hasan,
please, for the love of God.
Hasan, you talked about me 24 minutes a day, every day, 7 days a week for 60 days.
Damn.
Does that sound fucking reasonable?
After you presented yourself...
Yeah, when he fucking showed the whole shit, like, here, where he showed all the videos and shit. I don't know if y'all can see that shit. Insane.
As a fucking significant force trying to literally deplatform pro-Palestinian
How much time
voices.
do you think it makes an Instagram?
Frogan got herself fucking banned. Denims got herself banned. I don't know what this nigga is on about. They have said and done dumb shit. Like, bro, please stop.
Sorry.
That's why. And that's, you literally...
Why didn't you watch a Bad Empanada video about yourself?
Your own producers were begging you to stop talking about me, so much so that you had to set up a separate war room where you only talked about me. And that's what...
Yo, Hasan, how many times you been in the snarks? It's giving a little obsessed. It ain't looking too good. Like, nigga, please shut the fuck up.
Happened, right? Because you couldn't shut up about it. Your fans were fucking going, Ethan, we get it. He
my
sucks.
fans are fine, bro. Don't worry about my fans.
The entire time you frame this as though it's petty fucking drama.
It's not petty drama. You are deeply anti-Semitic, hateful, fucking propagandist liar.
Also, the people, again, Hasan, you fucking co-sign your orbiters are having a mass fucking, like, smear harassment campaign. The one you're claiming that he's doing against them, which... In fairness, yo, yeah, he be calling these niggas out and all that type of shit, saying fuck these niggas. But again, like I said, at the very minimum you're giving me, at the very bare minimum you're giving me for that argument is like, yo, Ethan's harassing them, they're harassing him. There's no way you're about to just tell me they're just getting harassed. Bullshit. Bullshittery. But anyway, yeah, also, like I was saying, nigga, Hasan, your fucking orbiters and shit, these niggas are also harassing him, whether it's fucking Frogan with the race tier list or fucking Denim's propagating Bad Empanada, who is fucking was doing the fucking false CPS shit. Like, nigga, I don't... This is...
Blaze. And it only took you now to fucking openly say 10 toes down that it is a genocide, but also
I've said that. I've said that consistently for years, liar.
Ethan, you don't want anyone to resist against genocide. It is a fucking untenable position.
Oh, you mean kidnapping civilians?
No
You're so pathetic, bro. Please.
And you constantly keep smearing me as a fucking anti-Semite at a time when
today.
the Trump administration...
Forget proving it today. He's proven that himself with the shit he said and posted. Like, what?
At a time when the Trump administration is blackbagging people.
Yeah, that's bad happening. Don't call me out. That's bad happening. Don't call me out. That's what you're doing.
Dude, how do you not
understand? Why didn't you watch the Bad Empanada video?
That you are playing a formative role when you don't talk about Mahmoud Khalil?
Just remember, everybody watching,
when you don't talk about the mass starvation of Gaza.
By the way, I advocated for Kamala to get elected. What'd you do? I told people to vote for Kamala. What'd you do?
Silence. Ooh.
No, seriously. What'd you do?
Ethan,
did you?
Congratulations.
Do you think Kamala and Trump would have been equally bad?
I won't change anything from Joe Biden's policies, Harris.
It's not Joe Biden, it's Kamala Harris.
Not only did I go to the DNC, but I actually offered some pretty fucking valuable criticism of the Democratic Party that they didn't listen to, unfortunately.
They got kicked out.
Kick you out of the DNC?
Because they didn't listen to that valuable criticism, they lost. Why have you lied about me voting for Jill Stein, by the way? Can we talk about that?
I don't know.
Why the fuck do you keep saying I voted for Jill Stein?
Who did you vote for?
Countless hours shitting on Jill Stein.
I said I think you did.
Not to vote for Trump. I've said that Donald Trump is significantly worse than Kamala Harris. And I've also, on top of that, called Jill Stein a
you didn't endorse
over
her.
and over and over again. But for some weird reason, despite the fact that I voted live, mind you,
and you didn't say who
to your audience, and you kept lying to your audience.
I said
and you kept making it seem as though I didn't even fucking vote or I urged people not to vote. There's never been a moment where I said do not vote.
Who did you vote for?
I voted for Kamala Harris. You got a problem?
No, I got no problem, but I think there's people in your audience that would.
You don't have a problem. You don't have a problem.
Why didn't you endorse her then?
Why the fuck do you keep saying I voted for Jill Stein?
I said I think because you didn't say who you voted for.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I said. It's an opinion.
Oh, you think? Oh, you don't give a fuck.
Just like you think a lot of shit too, huh, Hasan?
Dude, it doesn't matter who I vote for.
Oh shit. Yo, that shit is hilarious. Yo, that shit is hilarious. That shit cut off at the perfect moment, bro. That shit got me dead. But y'all already know what it is. Ha ha. Where did he not out? Hell no. Hell no. No, sir.
Anyway, you're out of your fucking mind. I did not endorse Kamala Harris, and I will never endorse Kamala Harris.
Voted for her.
And I did not endorse Joe Biden.
And now Trump's president.
You want to know why? Because you want to know why?
Trump's building the Riviera.
Trumpy.
In Gaza Strip, and guess what? You fucking love that shit because you get to keep making content about it, and you get to keep making videos, and you guarantee there will never be peace there because you won't acknowledge the trauma of both sides. Two things must always be true,
How much
Hasan.
content have you made about Donald Trump? How much content have you made about fucking Donald Trump? You literally defended his terrorist regime. What the fuck are you talking about? And then you have to apologize because you're an embarrassing figure.
You can't fathom.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
You can't fathom that somebody says something wrong and come back and corrects it.
And all of the producers or all the people that are giving you fucking talking points is not
giving him talking points. No, nigga. Niggas are giving you talking points like you're fucking chat. He's addressing you single-handedly. Has anyone else throughout this whole shit said anything, Hasan? Interesting.
I didn't defend the tariffs. Come across as smart in this process. Please,
Hasan,
for your own mental sanity, stop trying to do this.
Hasan.
You are basically brain breaking a shit ton of people into idiotic positions. You clearly don't care about people who have actually voted for Donald Trump, considering your allegiance with people who have literally directly voted for Donald Trump.
Who's my allegiance?
Okay?
Who's my allegiance to?
What do you mean? You have fucking Trump supporters that you're friends with. Like Steiny in general. When I have a conversation with him, I'm actually directly fucking addressing some of the shit.
Did you watch my interview with him, you
like
fucking dipshit? That our entire conversation was me arguing with him and telling him why Trump's bad and why transphobia is bad. You are insanely incompetent.
Going out, you're playing poker with people who fucking voted for Donald Trump.
You're defending Steiny's podcast, you hypocrite.
Is not actually Trump coded.
I spent hours shitting on Steiny. You're just a liar.
Asmongold has been a valuable figure shitting on me this entire time, and that's the only
bro, like, who fucking cares about Asmongold right now?
Reason why you act like he's not that significant of a force. That's it.
When did I say that?
You will take help from any.
Nah, yo, I like this whole shit. I didn't see about this shit. Like, heads are arguing like whether Asmongold is like a political fucking streamer or not. Asmongold, he covers a fuckload of politics. Obviously, he covers like everything that's going on within the fucking Trumpies administration. So under that class, like, yeah, you could define him as a political commentator because that's what he's doing. But like, obviously, like, yo, are we looking to Asmongold for like, yeah, this nigga, we gonna really look at him for our political takes? It's like, no, my nigga was really playing games and shit, and he still obviously do play games and shit. It's just like, yeah, he's obviously just a commentator on this shit. So but again, that's all subjective because it just depends on what political voices you want to listen to or whatever, and that just goes in general too. All I know is that the voice I will not be listening to, the voice I will not be fucking listening to.
Anyone and everyone,
and it was all written by Destiny, right?
You claim to care. You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review. The reason why,
shout out Nicholas Diorio. We'd love to see it. You are. I ain't gonna lie.
Up that dude is because you don't give a fuck. All you care about is petty drama. This is your only content. Stop doing petty drama content. Shut the fuck up about politics and get back to goofs and gaffs, and it will be fine.
Yo, nigga, Hasan, we could look at you say the same shit, nigga. You cover political drama like literally 80% of the time, nigga. Let's get for real, bro. Let's get fucking for real, brother. Again, how many fucking Bad Empanada videos have you watched, nigga? How many, nigga? But you won't fucking admit it. Dumbass. Like, yo, shut the fuck up, nigga. Ain't no one trying to hear this fucking virtual signal coming from you, nigga. Watch out.
Fine. People will forget that you have behaved in this way, but you don't want to do that. It's become a fucking personal
Let's talk about the way you've been behaving. But you won't want to talk about that, huh?
agenda for you, that people don't like you. It must be anti-Semitism. No, they don't like you because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And you have to be babied by goddamn producers as a 40-year-old adult. That's the reason why people...
Word. And you totally are not getting babied by your fucking chatting community who would never question you on shit because they want to suck your cock all fucking day. Word. Facts.
People don't like it.
Facts.
Very good. Very good. Now, why don't you watch Bad Empanada's videos about you?
Hit him with a critical right off the gate again. That's tough.
Because he's pro-Palestine. And I don't give a fuck about...
He was criticizing you.
So Hasan, here's what you're telling me, right? So you're watching Bad Empanada's videos talking about, him lying, saying that fucking Ethan has shit all over his fucking house and his kids are eating dog shit and all that, saying, and then he's out here again spreading around, propagating for a fucking CPS to be falsely called on him, right? And this is the shit you're watching, and the reason you're watching this shit right here is because he's pro-Palestine. Facts. Facts. That makes a whole lot of fucking sense, dog. I'm gonna tell you right now. That makes a ton of sense.
Palestine.
Oh, you're such a coward.
I don't care about the difference in methods that we have.
No, he's a fucking loser. And I can't, like, yo, this like end half of the end, bro. There is no fucking way, like, bro. I can't believe Hasan Glazer about to watch this part in specific and still be like, yeah, nah, he's cooking, bro. Like, I'm trying. You need to tell me Hasan Glazer's at this direct timestamp going past. You need to tell me what the fuck he was cooking on, because it's looking like, and it has been looking like the whole time, he's not cooking shit. Like, bro, this Joan is, it's y'all nigga.
have.
All right, very good. I'm
Because
out of my
there's no
depth. I
reason to
shouldn't talk
divide
about
the movement. And if you were pro-Palestine, I
Despite
would
you-
never talk about you either. That's the real reason.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
great. Excellent.
Can you?
Excellent, bruv. Matter of fact, nigga, like, fuck that. Like, obviously, you could be pro-Palestine, but, like, how about you just not talk about them at all? Or stop watching those Ben Empanada videos and all that shit. And get your fucking lasers, your fucking orbiters to stop doing that weird shit with them, too. That would be excellent.
Please contend with the Avi Schleim quote that they left not because of Zionism, but because of they were afraid.
Dude, come on. Enough. You have Avi Schleim on the show. Talk to him about it, okay?
Okay, sure,
Maybe
yeah.
it'll go
You-
down exactly like you thought with Sam Cedar.
How did it go with Sam Cedar? I think if anything, Sam kind of embarrassed himself. I genuinely do. I hate to say it because I like Sam.
A 40-year-old
like,
man who needs a fucking button when he has like a little oopsie moment.
Did I button?
Is actually
Yo, they have to stop trying to make the button a talking point. That shit is ass. Bro. Hasan, nigga. If there was any nigga on the planet I'm thinking of right now that needs a fucking button, it's you, nigga. You have to stop, bro. They have to stop making this fun. Yo, they're really trying to make the button a talking point, and that shit is so fucking annoying, bro. Because, again, if there was another nigga that needed it, it would be this nigga Hasan. And another nigga to that would be that nigga Ian. Like, what the fuck? Bro, oh my god, bro.
the one who's talking about Sam Cedar embarrassing himself.
Did I button during that debate?
He lowered himself to talk to you man to man and
What,
tried
you lowered? Yo, the fucking glazing is astronomical. Yeah,
That's what you
explain to you what was
wanted.
going on.
That's what you.
He literally, bro, like, yo, you gotta talk to his approved Jew, Sam Cedar. But like, this shit is so fucking
Asked
embarrassing.
for. Why would
I
you want to
wanted that
lower his
conversation to be
status?
private, Ethan.
Why did you lower his status?
Because I thought you could be convinced. I didn't realize you were this fucking
I thought
drama.
you could be convinced. Like, yo, this nigga's literally saying bar for bar. I thought you would fall for the psyop. Yo, this nigga's fucking hilarious. Like, no, Hasan. Niggas can have their own objective fucking viewpoints, you dumbass, bro. Niggas not gonna be farming that echo chamber.
Obsessed.
Drama obsessed. We had an argument about fucking South Africa apartheid. What's drama about that?
What?
You're fucking dude. Listen,
I can't
enjoy,
hear what you said. What did you say?
It doesn't matter. Just remember, when it comes to criticism, I watch it.
Yes.
You ignore
Nelson
it. It's so
Mandela. Nelson
important.
Mandela was actually peaceful because you're going to clip chimp the fucking shit that Loner Box told you.
Why
and
was
then
it-
you're going
what?
to say the violent things that
Hasan,
the
Loner
violent
Box.
things that the ANC did were in the Truth and
How many-
Reconciliation Committee attributed to
Hasan, how
and
many
dealt
civilians
with.
died in the 20 years in the ANC during the ANC's?
It was like 200, I think.
Less than
or
100.
1,000.
How many people did Hamas kill on one day? Nelson Mandela, which I'll read
you
you a
comparing-
quote from his trial. I'll read
Are
you a
you
quote.
Are you comparing the apartheid structure in South Africa to 76 years of colonial occupation?
Don't you do that all the time?
No, the
call it
number is
apartheid
far
all the
larger,
time.
and the militancy has gotten far more radical as a direct consequence of Israel becoming far more radical. Because, as I told you, and you seemingly understood when we first had this conversation after October 7, that the maintenance of an apartheid is an inherently violent endeavor. And as a matter of fact, the resistance to said apartheid is only going to get worse and worse as time moves on. This is precisely the reason
You're
why
not
the first
talking
intifada
about what I'm
was fought
talking
with
about.
stones,
You're just bringing
little
random
children
shit
throwing
up,
rocks,
bro.
and the second intifada in the aftermath of horrific acts of terror
Oh, well, we're back to history class. Class is in session.
against
read you-
Palestinians who were at a mosque praying.
I
The
actually
second
have
intifada,
facts.
as a matter of
I
fact,
have
was
a
fought with
historical
bombs.
quote. I'm not just grandstanding. Mandela, from his trial in 1960, said, and I quote, "There were 4 forms of violence that were possible. One was sabotage, one was guerrilla warfare, one was terrorism, and then there was open revolution. We chose to adopt the first method as it exhausted it before taking any other decision. In light of our political background, the choice was a logical one. Sabotage did not involve loss of life, and it offered the best hope for future race relations. Bitterness would be kept minimum, and if a policy bore fruit, democratic government could become a reality. This is what we felt at the time, and this is what we said in our manifesto. We
Keep going.
have always sought to achieve liberation without bloodshed and civil clash. We hope, even at this late hour, that our first actions will awaken everyone to the realization that the disastrous situation which the nationalist policy is leading. We hope that we will bring the government and its supporters to their senses before it's too late, so that both the government and its policies can be changed before matters reached the desperate state of war.
Notice how the end part of that is getting ready for rebellion.
Did they?
I feel like yeah, because
No,
the
they didn't.
apartheid structure dissolved as a direct consequence of pressure campaigns and also militancy, which Nelson Mandela not once but twice
What's Hamas doing
with
for
the option
liberation?
of having his sentence commuted, which he refused to do. They said,
On principle,
Nelson Mandela,
bro.
if you disavow
On
violence,
But yeah, now he's again, of course, not gonna answer that shit.
He said, "I will not remain in jail as because a prisoner can't negotiate. A prisoner can't decide."
Yes, that was the
he
first
said
time.
no.
And in both
times
circumstances-
he refused
in
on
both
principle.
circumstances-
Less than
in both
100 people
circumstances-
died during the 20-year period. They never anyone that attacked civilians, they were disavowed. The ANC repeatedly apologized and disavowed violence against civilians.
when did they do that?
Less than 100 civilians died.
When did they do
Hamas
that?
killed 1,000 civilians on
When
one
did they do
fucking
that?
day.
1,000 civilians.
Yeah.
The poor civilian Israeli soldiers that died
No,
in their military bases.
No, there was like,
civilians.
bro, you're so dumb. 300.
What do you mean I'm so dumb?
Okay,
These
how many
numbers
civilians
matter.
died? How many civilians died?
I believe the total number of casualties on October 7 was 1,200,
Yeah.
with 800 being civilians, which is completely
Oh my
unacceptable,
God,
mind
I'm
you,
off
and
by
400 being
100.
I'm like, bro, okay, so we're 2 off, 100 off. How many innocent civilians? How many like families probably lost their loved ones? My nigga, bruh.
I
Military
was
members.
off by 100. Oh my God, dude! I can't believe the historical inaccuracies.
Well, you
You're
just
an
made a
idiot.
big. You're the one who's bringing up numbers here, Ethan. And yes,
I
I
was
do think it's
virtually
important
correct.
to recognize something here that you are seemingly failing to recognize. Nelson Mandela was thrown in prison because he went and trained with the FLN in Algeria. The reason why he stayed in fucking prison was because he refused
Principle.
to disavow violence.
Yeah.
Because he understood that as long as
Sabotage is
peaceful
violence.
revolution
I didn't say
is
he's a pacifist.
impossible,
I never said
that
he's a
violent
pacifist.
revolution is inevitable.
Yeah, and I never said he's a
violent revolution
pacifist.
They did do.
You know what's funny?
In terms of the death and destruction on the apartheid structure, by the
Was
way,
Nelson
it is
Mandela a
incomprehensible
Zionist?
to compare that to Israel's violence against the Palestinians.
Was Nelson
what Israel has done to the
Mandela a
Palestinians is far
Zionist?
worse. And by the way, that's not my assessment. What Israel
Not
has done to the
answering.
Palestinians
Not
for the
answering.
past 76 years is infinitely
answering.
worse.
Well, let's
And
ask
that is
someone that
not
lived
my
through
assessment,
apartheid.
by the way. That is the assessment of Mandela. And for all the,
What?
for all of the moments that he was
You
able
think
to fucking
Mandela
see.
said what's happening is worse than what we went through? That's bullshit. Why would he say that? Hasan, you're a liar.
Why would he say that? Because it's true, Ethan.
Okay.
That's why.
Is Nelson Mandela a Zionist?
Yes, Nelson Mandela. Are you going to say in 1999 he said Israel has a legal right to exist?
More
in
than
that
that.
same
He
speech
said more
that you're
than
going to
that.
fucking clip, chimp.
Remember that you called this guy a neo-Nazi, not fit to be a dog catcher. That's what you said about
What?
Nelson Mandela.
Wait,
No,
what are you
Yeah,
talking about? Whoa,
This
whoa,
has
you're
ever
jumping off like a
doubted
million different points.
the right
What?
of Israel to exist as a state legally. We have stood quite openly and firmly for the right of that state to exist within secured borders.
You disagree with that statement?
Does Israel has a right to exist?
Within-
not in the way that it currently does.
within secure borders.
Ethan, hold on.
Coward.
Do you know what he says after that clip?
Yeah, that he also thinks that Palestinians also need to be acknowledged, which, by the way, is my
No,
fucking point.
No, not that.
Palestinian
Not
liberation
that. No,
and Israeli
no,
borders are
no.
two
Ethan,
sides of the same coin.
Ethan, he didn't just say Palestinians also need to be acknowledged.
What'd he say?
He says that if peaceful means of coexistence is impossible, then violence is inevitable, Ethan. Why did you clip
was
that
a-
out of the fucking clip, chimp,
Because
that
it's
you posted,
irrelevant.
Ethan?
Dude, you saying I clip chimp Nelson Mandela?
Yes, you literally did. You cut him out of context.
No,
because
I
it doesn't
did. He's
suit
a
your fucking
Zionist. What do you
purpose.
mean? He's talking
Yes, you just
philosophically.
did.
He's talking
You just
philosophically.
did. You think
He's
it's irrelevant? We're
No,
having a conversation about Nelson Mandela and whether or not he
Fam-
actually believes in violence.
Sabotage-
Whether or not he
oh,
actually
God.
believes in violence. You have said time and time again that he was a peaceful dove. He's never actually done
No,
any
I
violence
literally-
whatsoever.
He literally had said earlier that he didn't call him a pacifist or any of that shit.
didn't.
There are numerous instances on There are numerous instances.
Inevitability, a philosophical warning, is not an endorsement. He was speaking as a warning to them, which was apt.
Brother, that is insane.
What?
Nelson Mandela was literally on a terror watch list since 2008.
Who gives a fuck?
What do you mean who gives a fuck? You like to use the terrorism watch list when you're talking about the Houthis, or you like to use the terrorist watch list when you're talking about Hezbollah.
I mean, I gave you
Hamas.
specific examples of why those organizations are bad.
Who do you think that was who do you think that was who do you think the philosophical point that he was making? The guy who was in prison for violent resistance, by the way, who trained
violent resistance? You mean sabotage?
Ready for rebellion,
sabotage.
by the way.
As he said.
Okay?
Sabotage and giving government infrastructure.
Was a warning to? Do you think that was a warning to Palestinians, or do you think that was a warning to
the fact
Israel?
That you are
because
so
that
willing.
Same Nelson Mandela has time and time again also repeated that no one is free until Palestine is free.
Yeah, nah, Hasan's really trying to fucking die in the cell.
Free. That same Nelson Mandela that you're trying to fucking use in this situation has said that this is a united struggle, that Israel's actions against the Palestinians are abhorrent, that it is akin to what they have experienced in apartheid South Africa, if not worse. So the idea that you can make this comparison because you
Palestine
think it's
to be free,
your
my
fucking
friend.
argument is so stupid. And the only way you can do that is by cutting it out of context.
No, I just explained why. Dude, I want Palestine to be free. But you know what? I don't think Hamas is furthering that goal. I think Hamas is counterproductive. They're making it worse. They're causing it to be inevitable. You refuse
why are they making it worse?
You refuse to criticize them, which is pathetic. Unlike
why
me, I'm willing to criticize the Israeli government. I'm willing to come to terms with the cruel reality. Hamas.
Walk through it. Why are they making it worse?
Well, what was the fucking objective there on October 7th, genius?
Kidnapping, which, by the way, I don't even agree with, which is an international human rights violation. But kidnapping Israeli soldiers, Israeli civilians, to make to
and what part about that was slaughtering fucking families in their homes?
No.
Ethan, I don't agree with the tactics. You know this already. We're not relitigating this over and over again.
I'm just saying, Hamas is a bunch of fucking...
17 months of fucking genocide, okay? What do you think? What do you think?
One day you're going to watch a video response I make. One day.
Probably not. When you apologize for all the
You still haven't watched the fucking content, Nuke. So, hey, you told the truth about some shit.
Fucking harm that you've done.
Apologize? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Listen.
I have the rest of the clip that you clipped, Chip, by the way, if you want to hear his actual fucking full-fleshed opinions.
I'm not hiding from it. I literally acknowledge what he said. I don't care.
But so why did you say that he was actually why did you say that he was actually a peaceful resistance type of guy?
When did I say that? When the fuck did I say that, you liar?
You've said it on numerous occasions as opposed to... You said that on numerous occasions before someone told you, no, actually, here's a better way to massage that narrative.
I said he uses violent means such as sabotage. He didn't kill civilians.
Ethan?
That's what I said.
Will you stop talking if I show you numerous instances where you have said Nelson Mandela was peaceful?
I'm not going to... You get those together, okay?
I mean, there's...
You're going to do great. You're going to do great. Yeah, go ahead and grab
you literally said he was a pacifist.
He did not say that.
I
never... Well, at least he didn't say it here on the stream.
Never said Nelson Mandela was a pacifist.
Ethan,
that is an insane lie.
You said it to Sam Cedar 2 days ago.
So you got to watch that back because you're, once again, a liar. You have no problem lying. You have no problem saying that I work with the ADL without any evidence. You fucking have no...
That is true.
No problem discrediting the suffering of Jewish refugees.
Nelson Mandela is a pacifist.
Okay, well, prove it.
And the full quote, by the way, of Nelson Mandela is from when he visited Gaza.
When did I call him a pacifist?
Nah, I was about to say, nah, nigga. You were showing him when he fucking called him a pacifist, bro. Go ahead and show that shit, nigga. You talking about the full quote? Nah.
Referring to choose peace rather than confrontation, except in cases where we cannot move forward. Then, if the only alternative is violence, we will use violence. Yeah. Does that sound like a pacifist to you?
I meant that he didn't kill civilians. His approach is vastly different than what Hamas is doing.
Do you think Nelson Mandela would like what the Houthis are doing?
I don't know. Let's fucking dig him out of his grave and ask him.
That's kind of weird because, I mean, you said he was doing peaceful means of resistance.
Do I think Nelson Mandela would be in favor of kidnapping 10 civilians? No, of course not.
Yes, he would. 100%.
All right. Well, while you're busy putting words in a dead man's
100%
mouth,
100% he would. What are you talking about? Nelson Mandela bombed the fucking church and shit. What are you talking about? Not Nelson Mandela directly in prison, but
fuck with civilians, bro. That was his thing. He wanted to be as peaceful as possible because he knew that if he killed and targeted civilians, it would make reunification impossible.
You're right.
That's
Israel's doing a genocide because Palestinians are not resisting
Less than
in the
100
appropriate ways.
civilians died in 20-year period. I mean, what do you want more than that? Hamas killed 1,000 or 900. So sorry.
800. But
I
also,
am 800. You're right. You know what?
Well,
That's better.
It's seemingly important. You're the one who's bringing up numbers. Now, what you again fail to recognize,
innocent civilians still lost their lives. Correct? What are we talking about?
Is of course the length, and not only that, but also the resistance against apartheid South Africa included military resistance on top of that. But that's not even my point here. Okay?
Huh?
My point is that the apartheid in South Africa and the resistance against it was a far shorter period with far less casualties on the South African side as opposed to Israel's complete ethnic cleansing campaign that is that has started now, but even before its ethnic cleansing campaign.
Well, then don't compare Hamas to Nelson Mandela.
Because the situation is far worse, Ethan.
Then why
because Israel has killed every Nelson Mandela. Israel would have probably killed Nelson Mandela if they had the opportunity to do so.
I'm sure, and they would have done everything bad that's ever happened in the world.
Wait, do you know why I said that?
Nope, don't care.
No, don't look at your laptop. Do you know why I said that?
Let me guess. You, I don't. Oh, tell me.
No, go ahead. Just throw up a guess.
All right, listen. It's 5 o'clock. I'm not doing this. Okay. You
you
can
don't
tell
wanna
me,
do
or
this.
you cannot.
Okay.
You want to? I'll stand here if you want to tell me, but I'm not going to sit here and play rhetorical games.
Israel was aligned with South Africa, the apartheid government.
Yeah, I know. They made nuclear bombs with them. It's horrible.
Yeah.
What's that have to do with anything? Fuckhead.
Yeah.
I'm going to defend that.
Well,
like, nigga.
they're both apartheids, so.
Yeah. And when did I deny that? All right, listen, it's 5 o'clock. Like I said, I have a family to go to. I have 3 kids and a wife, and I know that you have a fucking cool-ass race car bed to sleep in.
Little NASCAR shit. Vroom.
And I hope you enjoy that. And
okay, man. Thank you. Have a good one. I hope this was productive. Dan, he needs you more than you need him. Stop.
Nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. You're a bitch. Yo, son, you a bitch to the very end, nigga. You're really a snaky. Oh my god. How are niggas... Bro, niggas are actually sucking this nigga's cock, bro. Holy fuck, bro. I can't believe niggas would look at this nigga and be like, yo, this nigga got so much aura. This nigga's a fucking rat bitch, bro. That shit is crazy.
Babying this man, please.
What is the purpose of saying this?
Needs you more than you need him.
What is the purpose of saying this? This is actually the most immature shit. And like, I even gave credence to you, fucking son, when fucking Ethan was making fun of you, bro, showing the nigga from Beetlejuice. I even said that shit like you shouldn't do that shit, nigga. You just always cease to show a nigga why I shouldn't give a fuck about anything, bro. Like, nigga, fuck you, bro.
Stop babying him.
Well, I know that's true, but I don't baby him.
Not at all. Like, yo, Dan calls Ethan out all the fucking time.
Come on.
So stupid.
Okay. All right.
So stupid. This nigga's is so fucking dumb.
You want to target the crew more?
That's what I'm saying. Like, this nigga's pettiness is other... Bro.
You want to drum up her
my coworkers. I have a tremendous amount of respect for the crew.
Dan said I ain't even worried about this bitch ass nigga. I ain't even worried about this bitch ass nigga. Handle my light work. There's a handle my light work, bro. This nigga's not shit.
Called AB a house slave.
Yeah, and again, this is why I keep saying that nigga Bad Empanada, we will never be taking that nigga serious. I still don't understand how, bro. Who the fuck, besides Hasan, who the fuck is watching a nigga chewing markers? Like, yo, nigga, this is for you, nigga. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. Fuck that nigga Bad Empanada.
What?
Bad Empanada called AB a house slave.
Yeah, he's wrong. What the fuck do you want?
Well, you watch his videos a lot.
You fucking, again, platform that nigga, bro. Like, you must be okay with that shit.
Bad Empanada. Do you think I agree with everything he says? No, of course not.
You endorse him.
Ethan,
all right, we gotta go. You promote him all the time. That's a fact.
That I agree with, that I think are very...
Yes, the ones that are about, you know what I'm saying, the false CPS shit. Yes, we know.
Well thought out.
All right,
I don't
listen, stop being a coward and watch some fair criticism.
Overall.
Watch the content, Nuke.
Please stop being a coward and just watch some criticism. It will prove that you are not afraid.
This was pretty good. This was pretty productive.
It was fucking not at all, nigga. You yapped, bullshitted, and fucking backtracked the entire time, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Having this conversation, having this back and forth, don't you think?
I actually do. I I think you exposed yourself deeply.
Yep, as a fucking cowardice dumbass, you know, a fucking rat, a nigga that can't stand on any fucking morals, and let alone business or some shit. Like, no, this nigga Hasan, I don't know why niggas are gonna still glaze him after this shit, even though, again, he completely embarrassed himself. But, hey, I'm gonna let niggas do them.
A few times here, and I think we'll have to wait and see, obviously, how this pans out.
Yeah.
But I do think it was productive to show just kind of the blatant, overt, you know, anti-Semitism.
Maybe I will watch the context puke.
Yes, please.
Yeah, nigga, please. That would be fucking great. Niggas have been telling you to do this shit for a long time, you fucking bitch.
And then we can talk
maybe
about it.
Maybe I will watch
the
context puke live, as a matter of fact,
please
not in a cowardly way. I like that this is what it's come to, where having a face.
Nigga, no, the fuck you don't. Or maybe actually knowing you rat ass nigga, you probably do, bro. But anyone else with 2 brain cells would know, yeah, nah, bro. Do you know what your niggas have fucking done, bro? Your niggas, Hasan, have fucking done the crazy ass fucking harassment shit to Ethan, my nigga. Oh my god.
The face conversation is less. Is somehow less fucking is more cowardly than like actually watching a YouTube video that you made.
It is.
No, dude. What's cowardly is you fucking constantly crying and refusing to actually look for context and putting together
of what context of what, Hasan.
Putting together shit that you saw on fucking subreddits to be like, this is my argument. I'm destroying him.
Watch it and
because you are getting fucking destroyed. Like, what are we talking about? You look like a fucking hypocrite and a dumbass when niggas can pull up the clips of you blatantly being in the fucking wrong
and tear it up and show how out of context it was. I'd love that.
Don't worry. Maybe I'll actually do that to fundraise for the charities that you.
Nigga, now you want to bring up creator class? I thought you weren't iDubbbz, nigga. I thought you weren't in. Well, since you want to fucking talk about it, it was gonna do shit fucking regardless. And you want to know why? Because Ian wants to get in your cane, wants to suck your dick because he's a fucking moron along with Anissa, nigga. So I don't know what the fuck you're on about. Like,
we're actively targeting by trying to undermine and celebrate with Creator Clash 3, which is I
don't know if you know this, but last year they lost $250,000 to be
exactly
charitable. You actually have to give money to charities.
Exactly.
You fucking hate everybody that has even lightly fucking criticized you or stayed out of.
Are you surprised that I didn't like Ian's video?
This nigga sounds such a fucking idiot.
What? No, dude.
Dude, if you want to own me, listen, Hasan. If you want to own me by donating to charity, I think that's fantastic.
You're gloating that a fucking charity event is actually like you're trying to undermine a charity event deliberately.
You have to give money to be charity. It's like a slush fund for them.
God, that's so gross, man.
I mean, what happened last year? How much money did they make? Did they do charity last year?
I don't know.
I don't know. No, yes, you do know, nigga, because they spent the charity money on your dumbass. On niggas like you, bro. Trying to get all these influencers and shit out, bro. Like, what the fuck?
$150,000.
Will you debate me again, Ethan, if you keep chirping in the future?
Yeah, nigga, of course. Debate him about fucking what, bro? There's nothing to debate you on, nigga. You're not gonna answer any fucking questions.
Of course. But if you, I think it would be good if you watch the content puke.
Finally.
Context
maybe I will.
Puke, and then we can discuss it.
Maybe I'll do that to fundraise for Creator Clash.
Yeah, go ahead and do that, Hasan.
Yes, I think it's awesome. If you want to own me by donating to charity, I think that's sick as fuck.
Yeah, maybe you should do that too. You know, donate some pro-Palestinian charities. I'll feel so fucking owned.
Yeah, sure, Hasan.
Let's own each other and donate to charity.
All right.
I know you guys I know you guys hate each other, but the views were crazy.
It was? How many? I never looked.
I'm just saying, think about it.
What was the views at? I never looked.
They're pretty good on both ends.
Yeah, no, that shit was insane. I think the H3 John had like 90,000 and us. I had like 120K or some shit. That's actually wild. Shit, like what, 200 something thousand altogether?
Like 100K.
Whose was higher?
Don't ask that question.
Hasan's was higher.
Yeah. Hasan's was higher.
Yeah.
Not by much, but it was higher.
That's not good. We got to do something.
I mean, I had 120,000. I don't know what you guys had over there. I wasn't looking, but
we got up to about 100K. So,
well, we're gonna have to do. These people are clearly have some kind of brain disease, and we need to.
Yeah, Ethan is petty to the very end, bro. I feel that shit on a whole nother level.
Do something about it.
No, for sure, Ethan. Please keep up the energy as though you feel that there is a genocide going on, because your output is what matters here, and that is what I was trying to get across to you and get across to your audience. If you think that,
I acknowledge that I acknowledge that I could talk about it more, and I should make more of an effort to talk about it.
Okay, thank you. Instead of going after,
and you should try not to be a fucking raging anti-Semite
like
for a day.
That would be great.
What?
If you can try not to be a raging anti-Semite for a day, then we can shake hands.
Ethan, I don't think you actually believe that I'm anti-Semitic. I think you're hysterical.
You should watch back the first part of this interview.
I'm like, this nigga's a dumbass because he most definitely absolutely believes that, and a whole lot of other people do too.
What?
You should watch back the first part of this interview. That is.
I don't think that makes you look good.
Okay, well, I guess we'll wait and see. Unfortunately, I think your people are going to think it makes you look good, and then everybody else is going to think that might look good. Like, who gives a fuck? At the end of the day,
I'm sure.
It's not a swastika. It's just the swastika sword. It's not a swastika. It's just the sword that I called the swastika sword.
That shit was so obviously a dog whistle. Like, we're not even about to be wasting no more time on that.
Sword. Got it. All right, have a good night, Hasan.
Oh, all right,
I gotta go. All right,
you too, buddy.
You take care, bud.
All right,
old friend.
These two. Oh yeah, yeah. These two are just fucking hilarious, bro.
Together at last.
Bye, Hasan.
Give Kaya our love. Give Kaya our love.
Yeah, we all still love Kaya.
Oh my God, what a fucking train wreck.
Tell me about it.
I was hoping that. I shouldn't have hoped that he would have been more open to listening, but
I
guess that's what it was meant to be.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'm so tired.
How long was that going on for?
5 hours.
4 hours and 15
we're going
minutes?
on 5 hours here.
Was I owned?
Not even close.
I need to process everything that just happened. My head's spinning.
Another fucking fever dream.
I was starting to lose, like, at the end tail of that. It's like, dude, I can't do it.
I could tell you were fading a little bit.
He said, he just said I was trying to lose. I'm fucking dead. He said, yo, this nigga Hasan arguments were so fucking ass. I was honestly trying to put myself in fucking training wheels for the nigga. It's like tough, bro. Like,
I think I got him. Honestly, I think I got him pretty good. The way that he was like denying obvious, blatant shit and being like, no, that's not. No, you're insane. You're hallucinating it. It's like, bro, that's crazy talk.
it was a backtracks for me.
I also liked how he like, whatever. People will analyze this.
Yeah,
I'd
say both sides got the clips they wanted. That's the end.
That's kind of the thing, right? Is like anything. Both sides declare victory, and nothing really changes. So
that's what I'm saying. That's why I like them asking like if this shit was productive. I'm just like, no, no, it's not. Niggas still gonna be beefing. Like,
just keep doing it because the views are great, right, Hasan? Hasan's got to eat.
I'm just saying.
He's got to pay. He's got to pay for that chicken and someone to make it for him too. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for watching. Thank you to the awesome, loyal, genius,
you already know,
caring 100,000 that watched on our stream, not Hasan's.
Shout out. Y'all already know. All right, I guess we're going to end it there. Yo, the official Ethan Klein versus Hasan Piker debate finale finally finished. Y'all already know what it is. Of course, if you want to watch the OG vid, down in the description, first link, go share the love. But of course, Ethan Klein, the whole crew, the pod, you know what I'm saying? And of course, the H3 fam, gang. It's love for y'all. Like I say all the time, head share me love, I'm gotta share it back. But yeah, of course, if you want to watch the OG live, you know what I'm saying, without the Trilly app, all the, well, if you want to watch it without Trilly app, down in the description. If you want to watch all the parts though, you know what I'm saying, it's on the page. And the previous parts, I'll put them probably like on the card after this, John. Y'all see me disappear or whatever. Y'all know I usually do. Whatever. But yeah, final opinions and conjecture. Well, we done, at this point, it's like almost 8 hours worth of this. So yeah, you can see my conjecture there. The last thing I'm going to leave off with is basically what I've been saying the whole time. I do not know how, well, basically, I do not know how if you're a Hasan Glazer that claims to be objective, you look at this shit and be like, yeah, Hasan fucking cooked up. He did not. I'm just gonna tell you right now, he did not. Like, yo, he obfuscated off a hella points. He was backtracking hefty on the shits. Literally, again, within the whole last part about General Nabak, the Middle East, and the Nelson Mandela John. Like, yo, he was trying to ask him about the one question literally like 10 different times, and it took Hasan so many times just to still not answer it. To still not answer it directly. So yeah, I don't know what we're supposed to go off of that, and obviously, as I'm saying, I'm glazing, but when Ethan was confronted by Hasan's question, all that shit, he literally just came at it directly what it was. Like, if he didn't know, he said he didn't know. If he said he was wrong, if he found out to be that he was wrong, he said he was wrong. Yo, he answered every question. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. Again, Head's gonna say I'm glazing or whatever, but just like legitimately looking at this shit, it just, bro, like, there's no way I could say that Hasan fucking won this shit. I would never say that, because he just fucking blatantly did not, objectively. But then two to that, it's just like, he didn't. he just didn't. Like, I can't fucking lie to you, bro. Yeah, he gotta really start actually fucking formulating some decent points instead of trying to go on history fucking lectures, bro. Like, no, it's time to formulate an argument. But yeah, y'all already know what it is. Of course, you know, for heads I don't know, of course, Ethan, Klein, Hila, they had the live stream today responding to the, you know what I'm saying, content deputy H3 and the whole crew, you know, so they would respond to that jazz. So, you know, that's gonna be next up on the chopping block. Another Yap says, yay! That means we gotta watch more iDubbbz, soy cuck, I cuck. But the slop must go on. Sloppy. The slop must go on. So y'all gonna catch me on that type of jazz. Other than that, like I said, shout out Ethan, Klein, you know what I'm saying, the whole crew, the pod, and the H3 fam. As always, it's straight love to y'all. You know what I'm saying? The camera focus. Jeez. And I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.
Thank you.